What's that?
Stuff, Tina.
What about it?
Looking for him.
See,
No, you don't come down.
I tell them no.
We'll find him.
Okay.
There's their line out. Creek.
Okay, thank you. Blythe.
Yeah, tell them where they're playing, those guys when you go down there. I know Shelby's in center.
Shelby's in center. Blythe is over at third base. Coop is shortstop.
Coop got it.
Bierman is over in left field.
Got it.
Selin is second base. Lambert is first.
Lambert.
Denton is DH.
Good, how are you? Y'all want to, you go ahead and slide that. Yeah, no, I'm just writing down the lineup. Move down here a little bit.
Ballsdale is right field.
You can buy me anything. You could have bought me and said, hey, you
Burgess is catcher. And Hall is pitcher.
Christian has brought their lineup up. Maybe it has it.
That's Wolf. $20. About a 500.
You want me to tell Lisa and Christian bring their lineup up to the press box?
$20. Edible chef.
What time, when was this, what was the date?
Lexington Christian, bring your lineup to the press box. Bring your starting lineup up to the press box. Thank you.
You sold this, Gordon. You probably want that. American Pharaoh, baby.
Ransdale is number 11.
Ransdale.
I got two running up. I got Cole.
Tates and right field, yeah.
When?
You got Tates Creek's lineup?
Yes.
Yes.
When?
June, July. Right now, I'm taking my Colts back up to Buff, May 10th. And I feel like probably both of them running June, July time frame. I just made about 1,000 on my buddy. He had his run.
Not good
Yeah.
Saturday. Saturday.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, right now, well, it'll be if Nyquist, if it's sloppy, it's gonna be no. And I had to ask my buddy.
Faster now.
If it's well, then you're looking at, for my money, it's gonna be Nyquist then. All right, guys, what is this? What's playing music right now?
Their radio.
See how this works up here? He knows he's already put up here, but people get up here and make a mess of this. We have it all nice and zip tied. Comes a bit of a mess there, man.
We do this fast one.
No. Music. Walk-up songs.
He's a DJ.
Get that right, brother.
I saw the guy coming up with his lineup, didn't I?
Don't look at us.
Yeah, he's
we didn't
coming.
kill the 80s.
Yeah, we what?
don't look at us. We didn't kill the 80s.
Who's there?
Okay.
Over your shoulder.
Thank you. Yeah, sure. Thanks for bringing yours over.
Take a picture of it, man.
Huh?
Take a picture of it.
That's a good idea. He's a smart guy.
And you got it.
Take a picture of it.
What's true?
We need to take a picture of that to have all the other players for you.
The thing is, he wants it, I think they want
I,
it at Tates Creek dugout.
They do?
Yeah, that's Tates Creek, I don't know where the other.
Stays about the Vegas today for work.
Is you? Having a big,
She's out there for Cinco de Mayo, so Jack one for me.
there you go.
But she doesn't drink, so she drinks
Jackson
her
Blair shortstop. Man, if she doesn't drink far, you know when it's in her mind. Come on, buddy. The whole reason to get ready.
She's out there without me, so you gotta go in the field.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that, but since you brought it up. Since you brought it up,
What number is time?
Devin, 18. He didn't play too good against you guys.
Who's that?
Ty, he was killing it before against y'all. He has 2 strikeouts against y'all. What are you doing, buddy boy?
You guys
Come on in, team. Sorry.
Yeah, almost the same lineup that you played last time.
Oh, did they? And what was the outcome of that?
We won, I don't remember what the score was.
KHSA website.
Woody. Mason County.
I got that one already.
Okay, and I'll mark it down. Did you copy it?
Just garbage?
I think that's, you need that, William?
No, that's all. That's from the JV game.
Okay.
I didn't know Dalton Clark, I thought he played second base. Oh, he does play second base. Number 3.
So I can't believe, did you tell Coop, Randy, or Johnny D about the big sale?
They asked where their shit was too.
Well, I mean, come on.
How you have to grab and grab? You know, I got out there six, and I talked to Kim, Brett, that works in UK. She said, yeah, that's some pickup. She didn't get back with me, so I get over and say,
Like Woody Woodward?
You got one drink margaritas, then beer. That was stupid. We're all, alarms going on, I don't know what day it was. Go over there, 6 o'clock. Doesn't open until 9:30 o'clock. I'm 6 in line.
Oh, you are?
I'm gonna get everything I want. But then there's a ticket that says, pre-sale, 8 to 9:30, hour and a half. I don't know.
Season ticket.
Yeah.
I still got you.
Three
I didn't
days.
pay attention to any emails or anything. My personal email, I'll pay a whole lot of
So like
attention
100
to.
people went in front of me. And people in line, first in line didn't even have a ticket. So they started asking, because you can bring somebody, so we started asking, yes, and they would, yes, and they would. You see what, and finally, can I go in with it, yeah. That's the only thing I got. I come out of there, alarm for Publix, wrap
Yeah.
around Tommy, there's a big phone.
Because they said it was, you could get stuff and then just forever to pay.
3 hours.
Wow.
How much did you buy?
We switch in and out on play by play, so we both have to do a line, so we do our own.
That's
We
just
both do a
sure.
share.
That's going through it. She gave me a ticket, all that was 240, doesn't have many items in there. Some of them are.
Yeah, it'd be okay. They dropped off. Teamed up with William a couple years ago. I've been doing, play by play. I did all the football, basketball.
Helmet's $50. I sold the helmet in line to another guy for $100.
You're
I
kidding.
didn't have that. This guy didn't like it. He said, I really don't need it. This guy really wanted it. I said, this guy's trying to give you $100.
Mike Fannin on that.
Really gonna fix it to you.
No, he's ridiculous. They're gonna, Mike, do the local government, local public access.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I do games with Prep. How long have I been with them? 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, it's been a.
Yeah,
But I recognize your voice as soon as you start talking. I thought,
It was free for all.
He does all the state championship
you gotta do
tournaments.
all that. Right there. Well, don't do basketball anymore, but I did do that this year.
Who's pitching?
And I'm gonna make a copy.
I know he'll bat.
Yeah, tonight.
We are batting 10?
Who's doing the PA?
That's new.
Are you doing the PA for this one too, Will?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, there's a great line. Okay. We've got it already, but if you get any changes, would you give those to us for the project? Sure. Okay, thank you.
We're batting 10 tonight?
Yep.
When that's gonna happen?
Tonight, I guess. First time we've done it this year.
Because all the rain outs probably.
I didn't mean to be forceful to walk up here, but you guys crowd us, man.
Yeah,
And then he over here and talks to him, and who's doing it with you tonight? Is Terry Johnson?
No, Gary.
Tonight.
Are you?
Yeah.
You messing my man Ken. We're got a rhythm going. You guys talk, we're talking, it's crazy up here.
You don't ever shut up, so.
You have ours in?
Yes, I do. I gotta do like this up here, so I can see the field. And
We didn't make sure. I tried the orange.
I'm surprised they didn't build
Lord, to
like
get orange back.
different little units, you know? It needs to be longer. Yeah.
We need
This
two.
is like a little wall.
You gonna pay that?
You don't get that. I think you don't have to have one, right, you know.
Oh, yeah.
$500.
Oh, yes, I think it's like $575 now. Remember, it looked like $200.
Yeah, I got that, because that's a team, actually. He's got it. In fact, he's got another copy.
Oh, it's unreal.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Good. See you.
Come back up and see us, young man. It's hard for me really to watch the game, 'cause I'm always looking to see what music I want to play next, and what special effect they're going to play. it really takes away from my enjoyment of the game,
You
really.
can do the foul ball.
I do sometimes, it depends. If we got a good game going, I will, but if we're getting killed, it's like, I'm not moving, you know, it's not good to do it. So I don't, so hopefully we can compete. We didn't last time against y'all. Not you all, but y'all again. We didn't play too good.
So I got 4 double.
That looks like a big league, that's a hard thing.
Well, ours,
XL. Sometimes I can squeeze in on ours.
there's a big man's paradise. XL on up to about 5XL.
What?
XL all the way to 5XL.
Was it big league? Oh, yeah, unbelievable. They still don't have another one to play with yet.
There's some big stuff to move in there.
Oh, yes.
Hey, well, you want me to go over there? Is that what you want me to do there?
Yeah, if you want, it doesn't matter.
I don't think I got enough room to stay here, do I?
If you want to sit in this chair, it's fine. Do you see this chair pretty good?
I might, if you don't mind, I might just go right here.
I just gotta have access to the mouse and stuff.
Okay, okay. How many guys will they have in there?
See what I figured out last time? Or
The other guy here,
Yeah, there's gonna be somebody here.
I got you, okay.
But Rob and Connor's used to hear him selling, partner selling, if you want to, but Celine, well,
Celine or
Celine, partner Celine, partner Celine, Celine.
Celine, is that it?
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Kentucky's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lexington Christian Academy. Gary Ball with William Warfield for high school baseball tonight, and it's turned out to be a cloudy night, but looks like it's going to be a good night for high school baseball. Good to be back with you, William. I've been off for the last game I did was East Jessamine, West Jessamine. That was a couple of weeks ago over there at East Jessamine. Good to be back, and had a little trip down to North Carolina to see Ben Calvano play, one of the best center fielders in the conference down there with Campbell University. Matter of fact, his coach already said he might be the best center fielder that's ever played at Campbell University. So Ben had some unbelievable catches. They won the series against Liberty University, and so I got to go see him play. And now back for the high school baseball. We got a good one tonight. Tates Creek comes into Commodores, the best record in the 11th region as far as wins are concerned, with 18 wins but 6 losses. And Lexington Christian comes in under Coach Keith Galloway, one of the really good guys in high school sports.
Yeah, you know, Coach Galloway's been around for quite a while, Gary, and has done some good things over the years with his team. And you know, this year it's just happens to be let's build our program type of year. And you know, he's got some guys that are playing in the lineup. Stuckey, for example, that's a football player converted over to baseball.
Right.
And he's just looking for some right guys in the school to fill some spots.
I tell you, they're going up against a batting lineup for Tates Creek that's led by Jaron Shelby. Shelby with 9 home runs this year, William. That's one of the leading guys in the state of Kentucky with 9 home runs. He had 5 down in the trip to Florida, and he's got 9 for the season. He's hitting .400. But the thing that's impressive about Shelby, the UK commit, he's got a .600 on base percentage.
Yeah, he's a superstar, no doubt about it. The guy comes in here and gives you everything that he's got in him, and every game, there's not a game that goes by that he doesn't give you 110%.
Well, it's Tates Creek and Lexington Christian here tonight, high school baseball. I'm Gary Ball with William Warfield, and we're set for a good night of baseball. These teams played earlier in the season. That's a game that Creek got by a 9-2 score, I believe it was. That was over at Tates Creek. What do you expect here tonight, Mr. Warfield?
Well, I like the pitching matchups tonight. Nathan Henry for LCA, Evan Hall for Tates Creek. So I think that's going to be an interesting matchup tonight. But I think Tates Creek's probably a little bit too much for LCA this year. Now LCA, if you look back at the history, LCA is taken out Tates Creek a few times, especially in the district, in the region tournaments. I can think of some great games in the past, but tonight, regular season matchup, I think Tates Creek's just playing the perfect type of baseball right now that, they're in a good spot right now. They're playing well.
We mentioned Coach Galloway of Lexington Christian. It's kind of hard not to say Dom Fusey in the dugout for Tates Creek because he was their head coach there for so long, but he's enjoying watching Ryan and Jordan play college baseball right now and taking over Larry Pointer, the former Dunbar head coach. Of course, you do at Tates Creek Stadium out there. We've been there a number of times. You got Larry Pointer Field out there, so he is used to Tates Creek. So Larry Pointer taking over for the Maroon and White Commodores, and as we said, they're led by the All-State candidate, Jaron Shelby. And, of course, there's a great Shelby Javin playing at Kentucky right now, his older brother.
Yeah, and he's doing outstanding things too. Yeah, Shelby's have got a long history here in Lexington. Starting with, I guess it's their father, isn't it, John Shelby?
Yes.
Former Detroit Tiger, former University of Kentucky Wildcat. But yeah, there's a history there with baseball and the Shelbys.
And we're just a few moments away from the national anthem here at we call it the Eagles Nest. I like the PrepSpin big banner out there in right center field, and we will have the national anthem here now.
Remove your caps for a word of prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you once again for a great evening for the world's greatest game of baseball. We thank you for everyone here tonight, getting everyone here safely, and we ask for the safety and the same on returning home tonight. We thank you for your blessings, for all of your wonders that you do for each and every one of us every day of our lives. We ask that you keep the players safe tonight, playing good sportsmanship, and let's just have fun playing the game of baseball. In your name I pray. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. Focus your attention to the American flag in center field for our national anthem.
National anthem here at Lexington Christian. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. We'll start with the visitors, the Commodores of Tates Creek. Jaron Shelby, the center fielder, will lead off. The young man that William and I have already talked about in detail, of course, hitting 400 on the season, 9 home runs. Batting second will be Noah Blythe, the third baseman. This is for the Commodores. Spencer Coop will be your shortstop, batting in the 3-hole. He's headed to Hanover University. You got Jackson Bierman, the left fielder. He's one of the best track stars and football wide receivers in the state, and he'll play some Division I college football. Parker Sedlin is the second baseman. Sam Lambert's at first baseman. It'll be Blaine Deaton, the designated hitter. William Drew Ransdell, your right fielder, batting eighth. And it'll be Colin Burgess, the catcher. Evan Hall is your pitcher, who William already talked about. And defensively, William, for the LCA Eagles, it'll be Ryan Stuckey out in left field, Tyler Stevens in center. It'll be Blake Morgan in right field. In the infield, it'll be Chase Galloway at third base, Jackson Blair at short. You got Dalton at second, Mills is at first base, Nathan Henry on the mound, and Drew Burgess is your catcher. So that's the lineup for Tates Creek and the defense, and we're just about set for high school baseball, William.
Yes, sir. And, I think I overheard him say earlier today that at least one of the two teams will be batting 10 batters in the ball game tonight. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But I believe it's going to be LCA when they come up to bat.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think you're right. I think I heard that as well. So what's that all about?
It could have a lot to do with just the season and all the rain we've had lately. Getting some guys in there and getting them some at bats.
I guess as long as the both teams approve that, it's a good way to go, huh? To get them some more at bats. So the LCA defense is out on the field, as we said. Nathan Henry's your right-handed pitcher, and you would think going against this Tates Creek lineup, he has to really be on his stuff tonight to keep LCA in this game.
Yeah, it's a guy that's out there that, from our understanding, he doesn't get to pitch a whole lot, but it is a different look for Tates Creek, and you're facing your district opponent tonight, one of your big district rivals, and we'll see what this kid can do out there on the mound.
Well, they say one of the quickest bats in the state will lead off. Jaron Shelby. They said his bat speed is equivalent to most major leagues, is what they say about Mr. Shelby. So we'll find out here early on, won't we?
And it is different, swinging that metal bat as opposed to swinging a wooden bat.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, he's definitely got the talent.
Right-handed hitter, center fielder. He'll be facing Nathan Henry, the right-hander for Lexington Christian. Just underway. Here's the first pitch to Shelby, and that's going to be a high breaking ball, and Shelby will watch it ball one. So Henry coming with the all-speed pitch, not letting Mr. Shelby get around on that pitch at all.
It might be smart to just throw him a lot of all-speed stuff.
Yeah.
He's a fastball hitter.
1 ball, no strikes to Shelby. Right-handed hitter, here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ball just outside. 2 balls and no strikes, and one thing about Jaron Shelby, too, he not only has power with those 9 home runs, he's got a good eye at the plate.
Yeah, he's a good patient hitter, batting in there from the right side, and, likes to crowd the plate a little bit.
Sure does. He's right on that chalk, isn't he? Here's the 2-0 from Henry. The wind, the pitch, and that's going to be a ball just a little bit high and a little tight as well. 3 balls and no strikes to Shelby with Blythe, the third baseman, on deck for Larry Pointer and Tates. I just got to get used to not saying Don Fusey in that dugout for Creek. He was in there for so long.
20-some-odd year. 25, wasn't it?
3-0 now. Shelby is going to look at a ball a little bit outside. Ball 4. So Shelby draws the base on balls. He heads down to first base, and not a good start for Mr. Henry walking the leadoff batter, Jaron Shelby for Tates Creek.
Well, Shelby in the right space, too. There in the lineup, the kid has got some wheels, so look for him to, maybe Tates Creek take some chances early on in the ball game and have him run.
Just like William Moorfield said, Mills nose out over at first, so he's going to hold him on and rather see what Nathan Henry does here. The pitch, and that's going to be a called strike. So he walks Shelby on 4 pitches and gets Blythe on a really good breaking pitch that hits that inside corner. On deck is Spencer Coop, the shortstop, headed to Hanover University. Shelby let off the walk. He's getting a lead out at first. And Henry ahead on the count, no balls, 1 strike to Noah Blythe, and throws over and gets Shelby to dive back into first base.
Yeah, it was just a light toss over to first base. Let's get his uniform a little dirty here and, make him work a little bit.
That's right. Mom's already saying, I got to wash that thing already.
They say the best way to wash your baseball jersey is to take it to the car wash.
There's a pitch, and off and running. Shelby's going to slide, but he really didn't need to. Could have gone in standing up. So Shelby still second without a throw. The pitch was a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Blythe. So now you got a runner in scoring position. And the leadoff hitter, Jaron Shelby, who walked on 4 pitches.
Yeah, he had such a good jump, he probably could have got a cheeseburger over at the concession stand and still would have made it out there to second. That was just a great jump by him.
Shelby getting a nice lead out at second. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Nathan Henry. And Shelby off and running again. The pitch is a call. What did he call that? A strike?
I think it was outside corner strike.
Okay, called it a strike. Shelby goes in to third easily, no throw. So Shelby's advancing to third base. And
you got to remember, Nathan Henry, not a guy that gets a lot of starts out there pitching for LCA, so he's not necessarily going to hold those runners on.
Right. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a breaking pitch. It's going to just miss. So it is home plate umpire, help us out a little bit. Yeah, it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Nobody out. Shelby's at third. He walked on 4 pitches, stole second, stole third. Now he's down at third base with nobody out, and Blythe at the plate, the number 2 hitter with Coop on deck. Henry checks the runner. Shelby, the wind, the pitch, and that's going to be a call strike, as they say, right down Broadway.
Yeah, it was right down Main Street as that ball had a lot of spin on it.
So full count to Noah Blythe, the third baseman for Tates Creek. Spencer Coop on deck, the shortstop. Shelby getting that lead down at third. No score. Game just underway. Gary Ball, William Warfield here on PrepSpin. Here's the Henry pitch, and that ball's lofted out toward left field. Left fielder is going back. Stuckey, and in foul territory makes a grab. Shelby, and he throws it in. Shelby tags and comes in easily to score, and it's 1-0 Tates Creek, and that's an RBI for Blythe, who flew out to left field. And I believe he caught that in foul territory out there, just to the left of the
Stuckey covers a lot of ground out there in left field. He's really an exciting player to watch. Of course, Coach Ashley would say, hey, that's a football player out there. But I think Coach Galloway would like to think he's a baseball player.
A run in. Shelby, who walks, stole second. Third came in on that Blythe ball down the left field line, that high pop-up. Coop at the plate now. That's going to be a ball high and inside to Spencer Coop with Jackson Bierman, the left fielder, on deck for Tates Creek. 1-0. Commodores lead it here in the top half of the first inning. Henry the wind, a pitch, and that ball's pulled down toward third. Third baseman Galloway stays down on it, fires over the infield. 2 outs on an easy play there for the third baseman, Chris Galloway, as Coop grounds to third. 2 outs now here, and that brings up Jackson Bierman. And this young man, a right-handed hitter, doesn't look like it, but this young man will be one of the best wide receivers this fall on the football field, bar anybody.
Yeah, a lot of multi-sport athletes in this ball game tonight.
A lot of speed by this young man, Bierman. Right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch, and some people saying Kentucky even looking at this young man right now as a wide receiver, this Bierman kid.
He certainly got the height.
Yeah, he's about 6'3". Right-handed hitter. 2 outs. Coop just grounded out to Galloway at third. A run in. Shelby came in on that ball hit by Blythe out toward left field. He pulls that one toward third, gets underneath Galloway, base hit off the bat of Jackson Bierman. Well, Bierman came up there aggressive at the plate, didn't he? Free swinging and racked it right between third and short.
Yeah, he just kind of reached out for that one, just kind of smacking at it, and lucky enough to get it past Galloway with outstretched hand.
First hit of the ball game comes off the bat of Bierman. Remember, Shelby walked and stole second and third, came in on a RBI sac fly to left field. So that's the first hit. Bierman gets it. It's Parker's Seelan now, the second baseman, with Lambert on deck. 2 outs, and that's popped up behind home plate area. Catcher going after it, and diving for it, makes a nice grab. Nice play by the catcher, Buckner, there for Lexington Christian toward the dugout there. For Lexington Christian, they get 1 run, 1 hit. They leave 1 man on base. As we go to the bottom of the first, LCA coming to bat. Tates Creek leading 1-0 here on PrepSpin. The White Greer Maggard Orthodontics High School Baseball Game of the Week.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White Greer and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White Greer and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White Greer and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Welcome back to the White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week. Gary Ball, William Warfield. We're Lexington Christian. Tates Creek struck with a run in the top half of this inning when Jaron Shelby, the all-world player, drew the base on ball, stole second, stole third, came in on that fly ball to left field to Williams. So it's 1-0. Lexington Christian, Ryan Stuckey will lead off, then Jackson Blair, the shortstop. Then it'll be Tyler Stevens, the center fielder. Buckner will bat fourth, the catcher. Nathan Henry, the pitcher, in the 5-hole. Blake Morgan, the right fielder. Chase Galloway in the 7-hole, the third baseman. It'll be William Woodward, the designated hitter. Parker Dalton, the second baseman, batting ninth. Mills, the first baseman, will not hit tonight. In the outfield, it'll be Jackson Bierman, the speedster, out of left field. Shelby's in center. Drew Ransdale's in right field. Blythe is at third. You got Coop at short. Salen's at second base, Lambert's at first. Evan Hall is on the mound, Burgess behind the plate. And William, tell us a little bit about Mr. Hall. I know he's 5-1 on the season.
Yeah, 5-1 on the season. He's got 1.02 ERA, so just giving up a run, a ball a game, and doing some good things this year for Tates Creek.
LCA trying to get things started here in the bottom of the first. They trail 1-0 here to Tates Creek. The last poll I saw, Tates Creek was still ranked in the coaches poll. I believe they came in at about the 12-13 position in the coaches poll with that 18-6 record, the Commodores. So it'll be left-handed hitting Ryan Stuckey, the left fielder. Jackson Blair on deck for Coach Galloway and the Eagles. And here's the Hall, the right-hander, rocking and firing, and that's going to be a ball low outside.
Yeah, Hall's going to throw in the mid-80s out there on the mound for Tates Creek as well. So he's got a good sinker, good split-finger fastball as well in his arsenal.
1-0 pitch, and that's going to be a strike. Catches the outside corner to the left-handed hitting Stuckey. 1-1 strike. Jackson Blair, the shortstop, is on deck for Lexington Christian. Of course, I remember back, I'll talk about it after this pitch, 1-1, and that's going to be lofted out toward the left side. Shortstop making a run. Left fielder coming in a hurry, and the shortstop makes the grab. The nice job by Coop, who's headed to Hanover, makes the grab out there in foul territory, 1 out. I remember back to that 2005 team. I still say that team with Gary Kruger and those guys, one of the best baseball teams assembled. LCA won the state championship that year behind Gary Kruger, who was the MOP of the Cages AA State Baseball Tournament that year. Well, I wonder what that young man's doing these days.
That was back when they were playing over at Kentucky, too, wasn't it?
05, they were at Whitaker Bank. They were still at the home of the Legends. Mm-hmm. So Jackson Blair, Stuckey just flew out to the shortstop in foul territory. What a nice grab there by Coop, the shortstop. That ball's hit out toward the right field. Second baseman going back in shallow right field and calls everybody off, and Salen makes the grab off the bat of Blair. So 2 outs, 2 quick outs here in this bottom half of the first, with Tates Creek leading 1-0. Tyler Stevens, center fielder, with Devin Buckner on deck for Lexington Christian. You know, I was looking at Lexington Christian stats at Coach Galloway. I don't think they have a home run this year. I did not see anybody with a home run for Lexington Christian. That's kind of unusual, isn't it?
Well, you know, again, they're still a young team, though, too. So
well, that one's hit well. Hit out toward left field, and left fielder going back on it, close to the warning track. A young man up there must have heard me because I thought he was going for that fence with that one, but he flies out deep to left field. So now that's a 3rd out for Lexington Christian. No runs, no hits, nobody left on bases. We go to inning 2. It's Tates Creek 1, Lexington Christian nothing here on the White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week. We'll return after this timeout. Leading off will be Sam Lambert, the first baseman. Then it'll be Blaine Deaton, Drew Ransdale for Tates Creek. They've got a run, unearned run, as Shelby walked, stole second, stole third, came in on a ball that was hit out deep to left field off the bat of Blythe. He got an RBI on it, but it was hauled in by Stuckey, the left fielder out there. Hit it pretty well, too, William, but Stuckey, as you said, covers a lot of ground out there. And now here's Lambert leading off the second inning for Tates Creek. Henry, the wide right-hander, that's swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Nathan Henry, little right-hander.
Yeah, Henry put that up there around the, right, probably the top of the numbers to where his shoulders is right there, and it's just a good pitch.
Lambert now behind on the count. No balls, one strike. Henry, the wine, and the 0-1, and that's going to be a ball high. And the catcher was up, standing up, so you knew it was going to be high where he caught the ball.
Yeah, obviously they've scouted this kid pretty well and know that his weak spot probably would be right around the shoulder area. So that's why you're going to see the catcher Buckner standing up a lot.
1-1 to Lambert, and that's going to hang high and tight. 2 balls and 1 strike to Sam Lambert with Blaine Deaton, the designated hitter, on deck. Thanks for watching tonight on PrepSpin. That's a great shot. That camera is literally right in front of me here in the press box, isn't it, Mr. Warfield?
Yeah, we're just doing the one camera shot tonight, but glad that we can bring you, video as well as the play-by-play here this evening.
Here's a 2-1 to Lambert from Henry, and that's going to be swung on and missed, strike 2. Good cut there by Double Deuce. Sam Lambert, the first baseman. Deaton on deck, the designated hitter. Then Drew Ransdale, who also played football for Tates Creek. And we already mentioned Jackson Bierman, a great receiver. He already has a hit in this game. He's got the only hit of the game so far. It's Bierman. That ball's lofted toward the right side. First baseman and catcher making a play for it over there. Catcher dives again and makes another great diving catch, this time in front of the Creek dugout. The last one was right over by the LCA dugout. This catcher doing a great job back there covering the ground.
Yeah, Buckner's a fantastic catcher for LCA, and just plays like that. You've seen him make 2 spectacular plays, chasing foul balls already in this ball game.
Literally diving catches.
Yes,
literally sliding catches.
One to the left, one to the right.
One left, one right. So that brings up the big left-handed hitting Blaine Deaton, a designated hitter. Stands about 6'3", 6'4". Here's the Henry pitch. Ball high. Kind of hard to get it high to this big fella. He's a string bean up there, isn't he?
Yep. As a matter of fact, the last 2 outs, the last 2 put-outs there have been pop-ups to the catcher.
1 out. We're in the second, and Creek leads 1-0. Gary Ball with William Warfield here on PrepSpin. The White Greer Maggard game of the week. Here's the wind from Henry, and that's going to be a ball high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Deaton with Ransdale on deck.
Wind blowing straight in here tonight. Not hard wind, but it is kind of chilly tonight. Matter of fact, it's probably a good night to go over to Chili's and get some chili.
Absolutely. 1 out, and here's the Henry pitch, and that's going to be a call strike on the outside corner. Good pitch there by Nathan Henry. He really pinpoint accuracy on that on the outside corner to left-handed hitting Blaine Deaton.
Making a lot of improvements here at the facilities here at LCA.
And that pitch is just low to the tall Deaton, who stands about 6'3", just below the knees. So 3 balls and 1 strike, 1 out. Lambert popped up to the catcher in foul territory down near the Creek dugout. Here's the swing and a miss. Good cut. Couldn't catch up to it. Count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Boy, your Cubs are doing great, Mr. Warfield. I know you got your Cubs hat on tonight. Yeah, Chicago Cubs tearing it up.
They just started playing the Pirates here this evening, so that game started at 7 o'clock. So kind of going to be paying a lot of attention to that tonight as well.
Ball foul behind home plate off to the left side. Count holds full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, we want to thank White, Greer, and Maggard, Orthodontist. Thanks to those folks for being the title sponsor here. The game of the week. Good to be back here on the baseball game of the week. Full count now, and it's going to be lofted out toward left field. Going back, Stuckey covers a lot of ground out there, camps under it, makes an easy grab out in left field for the second out off the bat of Deaton. 2 outs.
Yeah, Deaton gave that a ride. Stuckey got a good jump out there in left field again and was able to get underneath of it.
2 outs brings up Drew Ransdale here in the second with Tates Creek leading. As you can see on our scoreboard there, it's 1-0 Tates Creek. They lead it on a run by Shelby. He walked on 4 pitches, stole second, stole third, came in on the Blythe fly ball to left field.
Now they can see it on there.
Now they got it. I'm just reinforcing it for them. 1-0. Thanks for watching tonight on PrepSpin. Here's the pitch to Ransdale, and that's going to be high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Drew, the right fielder. And Colin Burgess, the catcher, on deck for Larry Pointer. Commodores 18-6. Most wins in the 11th region. Madison Central 17-3 has the best record, but this Tates Creek team we're seeing tonight, the most wins in this region. That's pretty good, 18 wins already, and we're still in early May, so they still have about 3 weeks of the regular season, then the district tournaments, which, by the way, the 43rd district will be right here at the Lexington Christian starting May 23rd on a Monday.
And I got the district standings, too. I'll give that to you after this pitch.
Pitch missed high, ball.
Well, Lexington Catholic leading the district right now, 3-0 in the 43rd. So if the season was to end today, they would most likely get that number 1 spot. It would be between them and Lafayette.
Yep.
Tates Creek is 2-2. Lafayette, by the way, is 3-1.
Henry's pitch, and it's a call strike as Mr. Ransdale thought it was ball 4. He was headed down to first, would have had to come back and get back in the batter's box. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs here in the second inning. Tates Creek 1 and Lexington Christian nothing here.
Dunbar 2-3 in the district, and LCA 0-4.
Ball 4. As he does walk Ransdale, so Ransdale trots down to first base, and he'll become the first base runner here in the second inning. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, the catcher, Colin Burgess. You don't want the young man on deck after Burgess to get up there because that's Jaron Shelby, who leads the state in home runs.
Yeah, you got a good last hitter in the lineup, too, by the way.
Yeah, you're
Burgess
right.
is a kid that can hit the baseball.
Very aggressive at the plate, right-handed hitter. And as we said, on deck is Mr. Shelby with 2 outs here in the second inning. Lexington Christian and Tates Creek. As you can see from that shot, the Lexington Christian Baseball Complex.
Burgess 16
ball
hits on
hit
the
down
season.
toward Galloway. It's going to flip it to second, easy for the out at second base. So Burgess grounds out 5-4 for the third out for Tates Creek. No runs. They get no hits. They leave nobody on bases. We go to the bottom of the second. The Commodores 1 and the Eagles nothing here. We'll return on the White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week here to Lexington Christian after this timeout.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
I am Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White Greer and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White Greer and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White Greer and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
And we're back for the bottom of the second inning, and Lexington Christian will bring up Buckner, the cleanup hitter, Nathan Henry, and then it'll be Blake Morgan, the right fielder. 4, 5, and 6 hitters trailing 1-0. I'll take you through this inning, and Mr. Warfield, the king of stream, will give you innings 3 and 4 here at Lexington Christian. I call it the Eagles Nest, so it sounds like a pretty good.
That's what it's been called here recently anyway.
Yep, at the Eagles Nest. So it'll be Buckner leading off for Lexington Christian. Then Henry, then Morgan facing Evan Hall. And Hall, of course, got him 1-2-3 in the first inning. He's 5-1 on the season, the right-hander for the Commodores.
He's thrown nothing but 5 balls so far.
Here's the pitch to Buckner, call strike on the outside corner. And you said he hits about the mid-80s. That's about what it looks like up here in the press box, about 85, maybe 84. This pitcher, Hall. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ball outside. Good backhand there by the catcher.
He's got so much momentum. His stretch, coming off the mound is not that big, but he's got so much momentum with that arm sling in there towards the plate.
Fly toward the right side, going to carry out a play over toward the dugout of the Commodores down the first base line, and 1 ball, 2 strikes to Buckner with Henry on deck here. Lexington Christian batting bottom of the second, 1-0. Tates Creek on top. Gary Ball with William Warfield here on the White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week. What's up next? When's our next game?
Oh, we were still putting all that
Still
together
putting
with all
it
these
together.
rain delays.
Rain delays, yeah, exactly. All the rain
We're
we've
not
had.
sure what their schedules are right
Yeah,
now
that's
with
true.
all these makeup games.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that, but of course you got Legends too. You cover the Legends game.
Yeah, actually I got a Legends games tomorrow at noon.
Gotcha.
We're playing Del Mara tomorrow.
1-2, and did it catch the corner? Home plate umpire says no, just outside. 2 balls, and I don't think Hall liked that. I think Hall thought it caught that corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Buckner. Here, leading off the bottom of the second, 1-0 Creek. Here's the pitch, and it's chopped down toward third. Third baseman down there, Blythe Field, sets and throws, and with a nice throw over to first, gets him on a close play. So nice play there by Blythe, the third baseman, as Buckner grounds out to third, 1 out.
The Delmarva Shorebird, if I can say it right, Shorebirds are coming to Lexington tomorrow. And they call it Delmarva. You got any guess on that? You know why they call it?
No, sir.
All right. Well, they're a tri-state area. So you got Delaware, Virginia, and Maryland all right there.
Delmarva. Sounds good. That pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Hall really picking up the velocity now on his fastball. And Henry looked at that one on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike with Morgan on deck for Lexington Christian. Here's the pitch, and that ball's hit down toward first. Slow roller. First baseman's going to flip to the pitch, a little high throw, but the pitcher covers. Good job there by Hall to cover from Lambert. 2 outs now here in the second inning as Henry, a little slow roller down to first. 2 outs, and that brings up Blake Morgan, the right fielder. The pitcher has to really hustle over there to get cover for that play, doesn't he? Because he doesn't know how hard that ball's hit to the first baseman. Didn't know if he's going to take it unassisted or not. Flipped it over to him. Nice, easy play down there by Lambert. 2 outs. Brings up Blake Morgan, the right fielder, with Chase Galloway on deck. Ball's hit lofted toward the right side. That's going to be well out of play over there.
Another souvenir for the fans. I think they got to return the baseballs here in high school, though, don't they?
I believe so, yes. The ball's 1 strike, and that's going to just miss outside to Morgan. Morgan, the right fielder tonight, with the third baseman Galloway. Galloway into the top half of this thing. That will flip to second base. Made it look easy. Outside on that one.
It's like he slings that baseball coming off that mound. I mean, literally, when you watch the kid throw, he throws a lot, just a lot of arm action.
2 balls, 1 strike, and ball hit over short and base hit off the bat of Morgan. That's a nice hit there by Morgan. So he wraps a base hit over shortstop. First hit of the ball game for the Eagles, and that brings up the third baseman, Chase Galloway, the son of the head coach, Keith Galloway. And Coach Galloway's been the head coach here at Lexington Christian for a long time.
Yes, it's been ever since we started covering the area sports here. He's been around.
So Galloway, a left-handed hitter, third baseman.
We got to see Robbie Ross pitch the other night coming out of the bullpen for Boston.
Pitch to Galloway, call strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Evan Hall. And Morgan got the single. He's leading out at first base with Galloway behind on the count. Now no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1-0 here in the second. Creek on top of Lexington Christian Academy. Here's the Hall pitch, way outside. And taking a long look at that was first base runner there, Morgan. He took a long look. He says, that catcher going to get out there and get that? And the catcher did, so held him at first. 1 ball, 1 strike to Galloway, left-handed hitter. Hall checks, and the pitch bounces away, and this one's going to allow advancement. Morgan will head down to second without a throw. So runner in scoring position for the Eagles now. As good alert base running there by Morgan. As soon as that ball squirted away from the catcher, Burgess, he was down, scampering down to second base, standing up.
Yeah, I think it was a mix-up sign between Burgess and Hall there, is because Hall looked down and said, hey, that's my fault.
That's on me, yeah. 2 balls, 1 strike to Galloway, runner in scoring position. Galloway trying to pick up a big 2-out hit here to even things up here at the Eagles' Nest at Lexington Christian. Pitch, and Galloway hits it out toward left field.
Dangerous.
And it is going to drop in there, and rounding third will be Morgan. Here comes the throw, and he's going to come in, and we are tied at 1 on a timely 2-out hit by Galloway.
That's a big hit right there, big RBI by Galloway. And what a throw, though, out there. If that throw would have been on target to the catcher, they might have had an opportunity to get him out.
I'll tell you what.
Left fielder Bierman out there, good arm.
Morgan runs well.
He does.
Morgan runs well. He rounded that third base, and you said it, Jackson Bierman got it out in left field, got a good throw in. As we said, he's a great athlete. We are tied at 1 on a big-time hit by Galloway. He's out at first base with the RBI. We're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the second, and that brings up William Woodward, and that pitch is going to miss outside.
I bet you William Woodward. I don't know if he's another one of those dual sport athletes, but if I'm Coach Ashley, I'd be out here trying to get this fella on my football team.
Woodward hits it deep
hard.
out towards center field, but Shelby will now he'll move back on it, and it misjudged it. It's over his head up against the wall. Here comes Galloway rounding third. He's rumbling, tumbling. Here comes the throw in to third base, and into third with a triple is Woodward, and in scoring is Galloway. It's 2-1 LCA. Boy, Shelby misplayed that one poorly out there. His jump was immediately in toward the infield, and then he realized it was really spanked off the bat of Woodward, went back on it, and it was up against the wall out there in center
Let me
field.
tell you something. Now, that wind is blowing in, and you see the flag blowing straight in there. If that wind was another direction, that ball would have been out in those
That would have
trees
been the
out there.
first home run
That would have
for
been
him.
the first home run of the season. That was it. That was struck very well.
So Galloway came in to score all the way from
The wind's
first
blowing in.
on the triple off the bat there of Woodward, and it's 2-1 now. Runner still at third, 2 outs. Hall, and that's going to be a call strike as he's looking now at Dalton. But 2 runs in, boy, a big-time triple off the bat of Woodward. And that's not easy to get over Shelby's head out there in center field. He covers a lot of ground out there. 2-1 now. That pitch is going to miss low. LCA has taken the lead here. Of course, Galloway got it started with a big 2-out hit in front of the Bierman left fielder, and that brought in Morgan. And then Galloway was at first. He came in on the triple by Woodward. He's out at third base. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ball. I didn't miss by much. 2 balls and 1 strike. Evan Hall a little bit rattled right now as LCA has brought out the sticks here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, LCA, just another good hit. Woodward getting the job done.
Pitch from Hall, that's going to miss outside. As I said, Hall looks a little ruffled right now with the triple there off the bat of Woodward that just played at Galloway, who singled in Morgan. 2-1 Eagles here in the second. Trying to get that third run in, and here's the Hall pitch. Swing, got a piece of it, but strike 2. Full count now with 2 outs. 2 runs in, William, for Lexington Christian. When they played Tates Creek earlier in the year, they lost 9-2.
Yeah. And you got to think, too, Evan Hall only giving up 1 run a ball game this year in 6 games that he's been eligible for the win or loss. And so he's 5-1 on the season, as you mentioned earlier. But LCA in a good spot right now.
They sure are.
Even though they got 2 outs, they still got a runner on third. And if Dalton can come through right here, that'd be a good insurance run for him.
And ball inside. He draws the walk, so he'll head down to first base. Will Dalton.
That's what we need, Gary, real bad, is an insurance guy for these insurance runs. Let's get this guy home from third is what the Eagles fans are thinking.
Now we're going to have a meeting of the mind. Here come the Brain Trust for Creek, and popping out of that dugout, and all the infield comes in to talk to their right-hander, Evan Hall. Only 1 loss on the season, 5-1, but right now LCA's dented him for 2 runs already, and they got runners at the corners here already. They got a triple in this inning, and I tell you what, I still don't know what Mr. Shelby, as great a player as he is, still don't know what. I guess he just misplayed the ball after it left the bat. Didn't know it was hit as hard as it was.
Well, the wind is kind of playing with the pop-ups out there in center field and right field right now. The flag. You notice sometimes it's blowing in, sometimes it blows back out.
Right.
Well, right now it's blowing out again. So
that brings up Stuckey. He flew out to Bierman in left field in the first, 0-for-1. Runners at the corners. And let's see what they do here. And ball's pitched way outside, ball 1 to the hitter, and that's 1 ball and no strikes.
1-0.
Dalton at first. Woodward's at third. He tripled in a run. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Good pitch there to Ryan Stuckey, the left fielder. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. We're in the second. Lexington Christian 2 and Tates Creek 1.
Playing under the lights here at LCA.
Right, you see the lights are really now in your picture, your high definition there at home. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a call strike. Dope down to second, and they tag him, and he's going to be out. Great play by the shortstop, Coop. covering down there. That was a ball that bounced once, and Coop made the tag to get him out. So for Lexington Christian, they get 2 runs on a couple of hits. They leave one man on base as we go to the third inning. It's Lexington Christian 2, Tates Creek 1 will return on the White Greer Maggard Game of the Week.
I am Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White Greer and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White Greer and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White Greer and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up in all sports. Pick it up in all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
We return here at Lexington Christian Academy. William Warfield alongside Gary Ball. Gary going to do some color commentating this inning. I'll have your play-by-play as we're back to the top of the lineup. Tates Creek. It's going to be Shelby stepping back up to the plate.
He got things started in the first with that walk, that base on balls, and stole second, stole third, and came in on the Blythe fly ball to left field. That was caught in foul territory out there in left field.
Shelby digging in from the right side. Third base playing in, first base playing back right now. Up the middle, they're playing back in the infield. Here's the delivery in there by Henry. That is a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes here to Shelby. Be Shelby, Blythe, and Coop. 1, 2, 3 due up here for the Commodores.
They trail for the first time, 2-1 here in the third. And Shelby, of course, with 9 home runs this year, and he'll look to get number 10 here, I'm sure, in this ball game at some point.
Wind's blowing out right now for him. There's the change-up that I don't know if he's trying to throw a breaking ball there, if that was some kind of knuckle ball or what that was, but it was
EFS pitch delivery. Or something. You know, it was like an EFS pitch. Remember that?
Yeah, that was a Nathan Henry pitch right there. 2 balls, no strikes here to Shelby. We're in the top of the third inning of play. It's the White Greer Maggard High School Game of the Week. Dip ball lifted down to left field. Stuckey's going to look at it. It's going to be in play. Takes a 1 hop up against the fence. And Shelby will be in the second with a double.
Yeah, this young man's got a lot of power, as you can see with that bat speed. We talked about the bat speed, and he really got around on that Nathan Henry pitch, William, and hit it that deep out toward left field, bounced it up against the wall, and goes into second with a stand-up double for Shelby now in the ball game with Blythe coming up now. Shelby in scoring position.
Well, Blythe going to step up to the plate. He's batting from the right side as well. His last at bat, he had a sacrifice. That was the sacrifice that moved Shelby over to second.
Who has 2 stolen bases in this game, by the way.
Yeah.
Shelby out at second with that stand-up double.
Well, actually, the sacrifice was to left field. That was an RBI sacrifice, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Deep, over to left field. So that first pitch upstairs, because you're right, Shelby stole second, then he stole third, and then the sacrifice came in.
He sure did.
Blythe took that first pitch inside for a ball. He was squaring around the bunt, but pulled it back. Henry going through the signs here with Buckner. He's going to turn and wheel back towards second.
Really good shot at the complex here at Lexington Christian from that camera shot. And you can see some of the folks right down below us here up in the press box. And then you got the stands right below that.
Here's the 1-0 offering. That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes here at the plate to Blythe. Center field playing in just a little bit. They are also in over in right field, and of course over in left field, Stuckey's playing on the pool of ball. Blythe back in there. Here's the delivery by Henry. That one upstairs for a ball.
A lot of movement going on out in the stands. Might be a few sprinkle showers going on right now.
And people are starting to get their umbrellas here. 3 balls, no strikes, and you know he said that we're going to have a little bit of rain around 8 o'clock. It's a little late getting here, but definitely starting to sprinkle a little bit out there. Got to get 4 in to make it an official ball game tonight. That one upstairs, ball 4.
Now runners at first and second. As you said, Blight draws that base on balls.
It's going to bring up Coop. He grounded out to third base his first at bat. We're going to have a little meeting on the mound between Buckner and Henry. Infield's also going to join some of the guys in there.
JV game ended early today.
You know, that was a combined no-hitter for LCA in that JV game. They allowed a run, but it was off an error.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a combined no-hitter for the JV.
3-1 was the
LCA
final.
Eagles. 2-1. LCA leading this one. We're in the top of the third inning of play. William Warfield alongside my tag team partner, Gary Ball.
Good to be here. 2-1 ball game.
First pitch, Coop sees at his second at bat. That one misses a ball. The umpire behind the plate is kind of hard to tell what he's calling back there. He's not really, he's not really that much animated behind the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a sure enough strike there. You see the cloud coming over the field too right now on your monitor. But that one in there for a strike.
Yeah, that is one black cloud right above us, isn't it?
It is. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hopefully it holds up and goes by us. Looks like it's just filled with with rain up there.
Got the lights on over at Shillito's Park right out in right center field. Of course, those are some nice ballpark fields over there as well. A lot of Babe Ruth and Little League baseball going on over there.
They sure are. There's the pitch upstairs. And
Galloway slipped and fell.
yeah, Buckner was getting ready to throw down to third. But no throw. We got runners on second and on third now for the Commodores.
Third stolen base of the game for Shelby.
He's definitely going to be a draft pick. I don't think there's any reason why he wouldn't be.
So you think he might be foregoing his the collegiate route?
Well, you know, some of them, they get drafted. They don't like where they're drafted. They end up going to college anyway. But here's the 2-1 pitch. That one inside, kind of brushed Coop back. Coop at the plate. Bierman waiting patiently on deck. They got some power waiting on deck. Nobody out. We're in the top of the third inning of play. 2-1. LCA leads the ball game. Tates Creek with a tying run on third, just 90 feet away. Here's Henry's pitch. That one on the outside corner for a strike.
Looked like Coop was looking at that one all the way. Coop headed to Hanover next year to play his college baseball at Hanover University in Indiana.
Coop back in there. Never really stepped out of the box. He's waiting on Henry here. Coop back in. He's ready to roll as he's waving the wand there at the plate. Reaches out for that one, just trying to protect the plate. And that one fouled into the stands. Full count. Coop ready to roll. Henry working from the right field side of the rower as we got, again, runners on second and on third for Tates Creek. There's the pitch. That one upstairs. Bases will be loaded for Tates Creek.
And they're juiced now for Bierman, who really got hold of one in the back in the first, and he's singled. And now you got the bases loaded with nobody out, and that brings out Coach Galloway headed out of his dugout for Lexington Christian to talk to Nathan Henry.
Bierman due up, the cleanup hitter, so nowhere to put him on the bases out there. So he's going to definitely get some pitches to hit here. If I'm Bierman and I've got the green light, I'm swinging for the fences.
Looks like we're going to have a new pitcher. It looks like.
Yeah, Coach Galloway out there. We did have some activity over there in the bullpen. We're going to step out. We'll tell you about the new pitcher coming into the ball game as soon as we find out here. You're watching the White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week. It's live here on PrepSpin.com.
Herrenbaum.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile.
And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile.
I went to White Greer and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me.
And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner.
I love that I can go to White Greer and Maggard with all my questions.
And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night.
Don't be like this, me. Go to White Greer and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Well, we got some information on the new pitcher in there for LCA. It's Mark Kernbauer coming in to
lefty
relief Henry.
Left-hander. Looks like he's got some good pitches as far as a nice screwball, nice changeup. Don't know what his velocity is. Of course, when you do high school baseball like William and I do, you don't get all the scouting reports you get like at the college or major league level or even the Legends level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just kind of go with the flow here. So we know Karen Bauer did pitch, we believe, against the Creek the first time they played. So he knows a little bit about the hitters. But the bases are loaded. I tell you what, this young man coming up there, Jackson Bierman, he could empty in a hurry. This young man's really on a streak right now. He's 1 for 1 in this game. And we already told you he's one of the best wide receivers in the state of Kentucky on the football field. Jonathan Hawks, his wide receivers coach at Creek, of course, good friend of mine, did my Sunday morning radio show with me. And Jonathan really raves about Jackson Bierman as far as his football upside.
Well, you know, the name Bierman just kind of reminds me of that movie Deep Impact.
Yeah.
So I don't know, you know, where they discovered the asteroid. They named it after the kid that Peter Bierman, I think is what they ended up calling the asteroid. But anyway,
yeah, it's
LCA hoping that Bierman doesn't have deep impact on this.
Exactly.
On this at bat.
I tell you what, he'll have some impact though because the bases are loaded.
Bases are juiced.
Shelby's at third, Blyce at second, Coops at first now, and Jackson Bierman strolling up there 1 for 1 in this ball game. Lexington Christian leads 2-1. Thanks to Sutherland Chevrolet, too. They're over in Nicholasville. Sutherland Chevrolet. Don't text and drive from Don Gabbard and the great staff at Sutherland Chevrolet. We really like those folks over there, William, and Nicholasville.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen you. We call it the Silver Bullet when we pass you on the highway there. It's a good car they gave you over there. Or that you pay for, however you got that worked out.
Yeah,
that went in there for a strike.
And it's no balls, 1 strike. Bases are loaded here in the top of the third. Lexington Christian 2, but Creek threatening here with the bases loaded. They got 1 run, it's 2-1 LCA.
Bierman looks like a slugger at the plate. He takes that pitch up high.
Well, that didn't miss by much either. I mean, I'm right behind home plate up here looking out this big door up here in the press box, and man, that didn't miss by much.
That one just at the shoulders, but
Bierman,
a little bit too high for the umpire.
Bierman stands 6'3", 6'3",
Got
6'4". Actually, I think he might be 6'5".
Runners on all the bases. The infield playing in on the corners.
That's a call strike. Yeah, didn't mean to call that, but I knew that was going to be a strike.
That was in there. 1-2 the count here to Bierman. Bierman base hit his last at bat.
Yeah, he whacked it pretty good out over shortstop, didn't he?
Line drive back up the middle.
Yep.
Here is the pitch. That one popped up, and catcher giving chase again. That's his third diving catch tonight for Buckner.
And that's a big one because you get Bierman, who was a dangerous hitter. He pops up to the catcher. That's a third great catch the catcher's made tonight behind that dish, and that's 1 out. And what you got now is you set up a double play, a ball possibility. You just back that infield up a little bit to double play depth, and if you can get this, entice this young man Sailing to hit it into a double play, get out of this inning. So that's a big out right there.
Buckner's caught more fly balls tonight than the outfield has.
Yes, exactly right.
Sailing digging in. Base is still loaded, 1 down. That pitch down low for a ball.
He's one of those young men that popped up to the catcher back in the first inning. If you remember, it was Burgess who caught that one over by the LCA dugout, kind of diving forward over there.
Wind blowing out towards left field a little bit now. So then back in there is Karen Bauer. The delivery. This one over to the opposite field, right field. Good jump, but it's going to 1-hop over in front of Morgan. The run will score to tie up the ball game for Tates Creek. And base is still loaded for the Commodores.
Yeah, Shelby came in to score, and Blythe moved on to third base.
Shelby got both runs scored tonight for Tates Creek. Here's Lambert. Sam Lambert flied out to the catcher. He's one of the flyouts there to Buckner tonight.
Yes, sir. Back in the second. Run in. We're tied at 2 here in the third.
Score updated for the folks back at home. Got a lot going on up here.
Yes, busy.
The pitch. That one in there for a strike right at the knees. Lambert wearing number 22 for Tates Creek. Again, bases loaded. We're in the top of the third inning of play. William Warfield alongside Gary Ball. You might know Gary from his TV show, the Scholastic Ball Report. That pitch, that went in there for a strike. That was a beautiful pitch.
Summer hiatus right now, of course, like a lot of shows. Be back on this fall for our 14th season.
Wow.
Started in 2003, William.
Most programmings don't last that long, does it?
Yeah, we're the second longest show at KYT to Bill Bryant's Newsmakers.
There's the pitch. That one upstairs. He's trying to get him to chase it there.
He's been on 20 years.
Karen Bauer.
Bill Bryant's show, Newsmakers, that's been on over 20 years. But the only show that highlights all high school sports.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all high school sports played. Tennis, volleyball, you name it.
There's the 1-2. That went in there for a strike. And
big time strikeout.
Lambert didn't like the call there, but
that is a big time strikeout there by Cameron Bauer. I tell you what, if you ever needed a strikeout, bases loaded, they just tied you up on a little blooper to right field. And, boy, Cameron Bauer really reached back and got a tough strikeout there to Lambert. And let's see what he can do now with Blaine Deaton, the designated hitter, with 2 outs now. Bases still loaded. 2-2 ball game here in the third.
Deaton digging in from the left side. It's lefty versus lefty. Bases still loaded for Tates Creek. That was a big out by Karen Bauer. There's the pitch.
Nice job by Burgess again back behind that dish, William, making sure nothing gets behind him to the stop, and then you get a guy down the third possibly coming in and scoring the go-ahead run.
That one, a ball, is another good stop there by Buckner. So one ball,
Buckner,
strike.
Excuse me. Got to get my catchers right.
Buckner going to set up on the outside. The pitch, that's where it's at. He painted the corner. That was I don't know if you remember a guy named Greg Maddox back in the day. But
yes, I do.
Painted the corners like that. That was a good
pitch for the Cubs, and I think early on for the Braves, right?
Well, Braves later on. Early on for the Cubs.
Yeah, you know your baseball. I'll say that.
Excuse me. That pitch outside, and Buckner probably saves a run there with that stop.
Well, Karen Bauer reached back and struck out Lambert. Needs to do the same thing here to Deaton with the bases loaded, 2 outs to get him out of this inning. 2-2 ball game here with Tates Creek batting, bases loaded here in the top half of the third inning here at Lexington Christian. And that big rain cloud has passed us on by here, thank goodness.
Deaton back in. The pitch, that one sent right back where it came from.
That's going to score 2, William.
Yep.
And both runs come in to score. Catcher throws down to third, and still runner first and third. 2 runs in, and makes it Tates Creek now leading 4-2 here. Brings up the right fielder now, and that is Drew Ransdale. Single there by Deaton, knocked in 2 runs. He gets 2 RBIs, and that brings up the number 8 hitter, Drew Ransdale, with catcher on deck, Burgess. 4-2 ball game now. Was 2-2 prior to that big hit right up the middle. And Karen Bauer is going to pitch. Fastball missing outside. Third inning with 2 outs. Runners at the corner with 3 runs in now. Making it 4-2 Tates Creek. Karen Bauer looking, checking to the belt and the pitch, and that's going to be a ball a little bit low. Ransdale, he reached on the walk in the second, right fielder. Batting with runners at the corners here. 3 runs in for the Commodores. Karen Bauer checks the runner over at first. Wind the pitch. Ball hit hard out toward left center, and that's going to be in the gap. Here comes 1 run in, and the rounding second coming to third are going to send a second run and throw to third, and the throw over there, and they're going to tag him out, but does the run cross? It does. It'll be I think both runs crossed before the out. He was thrown out at third, but I believe the run crossed the plate before he was thrown out there at third base. So, but for the Commodores, damage was done. The player was shaken up a little bit there, too, going into third. And as we head down to the bottom of the third, for Tates Creek in that inning. They get 4 runs on 3 hits, leave 1 man as we go to the bottom of the third. It's Tates Creek 6 and Lexington Christian 2.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
Head to the bottom of the third, and for Lexington Christian to be the top 3 in the order, Ryan Stuckey, Jackson Blair, and Tyler Stevens, as they just saw Creek played 5 runs in the top half of this inning. Went into the inning leading 2-1. Creek got 5. They now lead at 6-2 here in the bottom of the third. And, you know, that's baseball. So close to getting out of that inning with maybe just 1 run, and then you end up giving up 5. But they did knock down the hitter down at third base with a good throw. So Tates Creek leading 6-2. We head down the bottom of the third and breaking the action on them. They're talking to the Creek dugout. Must have a change going out there. Looks like.
So it'll be credit a double for Ransdale throw out third.
Yeah. Any other change? I see Ransdale heading back out to right field, so I don't know what I know he was shaking up a little bit going into third, but the home plate umpire just giving him plenty of time to get out there, I guess, after the injury.
Yeah. He did slide into third pretty hard. Yeah, we got a 6-2 ball game right now with Tates Creek up right now, Gary. Stuckey in there from the left side. I think I'm all right here. I got a little choked up there a while ago. But Stuckey flied out to the shortstop his last at bat. As he's back in there. Stuckey looking to have a big football season, I know, for Coach Atchley. Is one of the superstars on that team. This time he fouls the pitch off.
Yeah, and they got a pretty good running back, too, by the name of Dylan Wheatley. That kid's pretty good.
Yeah,
he's going to be really good.
Yeah.
I think he's the type of kid that you could see playing on Saturdays.
Well, you know, their middle school team a few years ago, they were all part of the state championship middle school team, and so they're all grown up now and in high school, so it's going to be a special year for LCA.
Congrats to Coach Ashley and his wife for having a baby. They had a baby.
They had a baby girl, yeah.
Yep.
Trying
to catch up with you, Mr. Warfield.
I'm always one ahead of you. Right?
Yes, you are.
Swing, and that one straight
You're
back.
2 ahead of me.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful night for baseball. Just a little chilly, though.
Yeah, about 60 degrees right now.
We've been lucky so far. The clouds that have moved over us haven't given us much rain at all. That one going to be hit over to the second baseman. Takes a bad hop in front of him. And Stuckey will be on over at first base. I think that's an infield hit.
Yeah, I do too, because Stuckey runs well. You're right. You talked about his athleticism. That's a base hit. So Stuckey with even though the second baseman kind of bobbled it there, Sealand, but I scored out a base hit. So runner on leading off. Stuckey brings up Jackson Blair, the shortstop, with Tyler Stevens and LCA trying to get something going here. William Moorfield in the bottom of the third because Tates Creek just played at 5 here in the top of this inning to lead 6-2 after going into the inning. Creek down 2-1.
Here's the offering. A big swing and a miss there by Blair. Blair was swinging for the outfield on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Runner on first for LCA. Evan Hall on the mound for Tates Creek.
5-1 record coming into this game. Hall.
He's got a good support behind him, that's for sure. That pitch inside the ball. 1-1.
Of course, Creek, a team that's had a lot of success under Dom Fusey. And Madison Central won our region last year. Creek went in the state tournament a couple times as one of the favorites and got knocked out in the first round of the KHSAA state baseball tournament.
I think the 11th region got a good draw this year.
I didn't get to see the draw show. Who did draw?
They're in the lower bracket. I know that. But I when you look at the power regions around you, all the power regions are up top except for the 11th, which is down.
Gotcha.
So 11th might have a good opportunity.
I think they might have drawn the second, actually. Is that like Christian
I think
County?
That sounds right, yeah.
Is that Christian County, maybe?
That went in there for a strike.
Well, Christian County's they're in the second region along with Owensboro team. No, they're in the third region.
I could tell you probably. I think we can pull that up online. But
6-2 ball game here. Creek on top with LCA batting in the bottom of the third. Runner at first.
Yeah, the 11th drew the second. There's a toss down to first, back over in time.
See, I didn't even see the draw show, but I somehow remembered who they drew.
So region, you got Region 10, Region 3 in the lower bracket, Region 14 and 13 in the lower bracket, 11 and 2, and then 8 and 6, I think's there as well. 6 may be a little tough, but.
And we're hoping to continue PrepSpin coverage again this spring, later this May, as we'll hope to cover the 43rd District and the 11th Region baseball tournament. We've done it for about 15 years.
Yeah. Combined, well.
Yeah, 43rd will be right here. The 11th will be at Lafayette.
There's a toss over to first. They got him that time.
Yeah, they almost picked him off the last time, and they definitely got him that time. That was a good throw over there as Stuckey's caught in no man's land. So 1 out now.
So 1 down, and that'll bring up, Jackson Blair still at the plate here for LCA. It's Stuckey thrown out over at first base. We got to count 2-2.
You really feel bad if
Stevens on deck. We got us a visitor up here.
Yes,
Shot
we
over
did.
to third base, over to first, and another good play over there at third by Blythe.
So 2 outs. So an inning that started very promising has turned out to be a quiet one unless they get something going here with 2 outs here in the third. And the Commodores 6 and the Eagles 2. And thanks to White Greer and Maggard, Orthodontics. Also thanks to All Sports right over. We can practically see the Fayette Mall from here, can't we?
Yeah.
Right over in left field. And then thanks, of course, to Sutherland Chevrolet down in Nicholasville. Don't text and drive. Sutherland Chevrolet.
I went in there for a strike as Stevens stepping back up to the plate. Flied out to left field his last at bat. Tates Creek up here in the bottom of the third inning of play.
William, when did you become so fond of? Have you always been a big baseball fan?
I've always been a big baseball fan. Of course, a Cubs fan since '89, but I've really fell in love with the high school game. I like the teams in our area. I guess because we're in the hot spot, as that one popped up on the infield. Good play there by Coop. But yeah, baseball is king around here. I think if you look outside of basketball, of course. I think baseball still has a little bit of an edge over soccer, but soccer growing on us.
Oh, yeah, big time.
On everybody.
Ran into your buddy Brooks down the other day, and he said, Gary, you got to get out and call a soccer game. I said, no, my man Williams called. I've done some soccer, so I guess he's kind of.
We're pretty much, besides, the local papers, we're pretty much the only media outlet that covers soccer at all. We've been covering soccer since 2011.
Yeah, you've been doing it for several years, and I know the soccer moms and dads really appreciate it. As we head to the fourth inning, William, and it's Tates Creek 6, Lexington Christian 2 here, and a nice crowd in here tonight for this Tates Creek game. Pretty good little crowd in here, Lexington Christian. We call it the Eagle's Nest.
Tates Creek's got a girls soccer championship not that long ago.
Right.
And, they're a
Coach,
school that's known for their soccer.
Under Coach Langster. And known a lot for track, too, with what Jonathan Hawks has done over there with that track program at Tates Creek.
I understand he's a good friend of yours, isn't he?
Yes, yeah. I know. Jonathan and I met when he played for the Horsemen, the arena team. Then I did the radio play-by-play for the Horsemen for several years, and Jonathan was one of our players. We met then. Gosh, we've been friends for 7 or 8 years now, and And he's also a wide receiver coach on the football team there with Antoine, who was a big lineman for the Horsemen. That's how they met.
Oh, wow.
Twan and Hawks were friends with the Horsemen, the arena team, and now Antoine, the head coach there with the Commodores. So good things going on over there at Tates Creek. I'll tell you what, this fall, look out for that Commodore team. I'm telling you, football, they could be a team to reckon with especially guys like Jackson Bierman coming back to throw the football too.
Yeah. They're going to be a special team. I still think, when you look at the area teams now, obviously, LCA is still in Class A, but LCA's got a big opportunity to win that this year.
They do. They got to.
I think.
Or did they move to Double A?
Yeah, I think they're Double A now, but
yeah.
But you look across town too. Catholic's probably got an opportunity to win theirs as well.
Yep.
In the Class 3A. So.
Mm-hmm. And Lafayette's got some really good players returning, including Division I quarterback Walker Wood, and of course one of the best offensive linemen in the country in Jedrick Wills, who Alabama's offered, and Kentucky and others.
I seen speaking of offerings, Hollingsworth over at Dunbar, he's been picking up a lot of Louisville.
Oh my goodness!
Florida looking at him now.
He exploded, didn't he, with that state championship performance?
There's the pitch in there for a strike.
Nice pitch there by Karen Bauer.
Burgess at the plate for Tates Creek.
Not the biggest guy in the world, Burgess, but does a good job behind the dish.
Burgess, and then Shelby and Blythe do up as Burgess pops this one up on the infield. Who's our new pitcher out there again?
That's Karen Bauer.
Karen Bauer.
He came in the last inning, didn't he? Yep.
Yeah.
Came in the third, back in the third.
Oh, yeah. Mark Karen Bauer.
Mark Karen Bauer.
The way you said it, it kind of threw me off a
little.
Oh,
I almost said I got you. Yeah.
I thought you meant his first name was Cameron and then Bauer.
Oh, no, Mark
Gotcha.
Karen Bauer.
Yeah. Well, here is back to the top of the lineup. Shelby digging back in. He scored twice tonight.
Yeah, they haven't gotten him out yet tonight. He walked, scored, and hit a double up against the left field wall. And he was going for the left field fence that time.
Yeah, he was trying to.
As we said, 9 home runs. Of course, he's a long line of those great Shelby players that have played at Creek and gone on to great things. I believe there's a Shelby at Louisville right now and one in Kentucky, right? Mm-hmm. They're brothers. Or is that Hairston?
No, that's Hairston, yeah.
Gotcha. Got to get my Shelbys and Hairston straight.
That was another good pitch there.
Boy, you see the bat swing there, but I tell you, Karen Bauer looked like he had a nasty screwball on that one.
Cameron Bauer stepping back up to the mound. He's taking his time. Shelby back in there from the right side. Wind up in the dill. That one fouled straight back.
Good cut there by Shelby. Shelby 1 for 1 doubled up against the left field wall and scored a run on a walk in the first inning. Has 3 stolen bases in this game to go with that one hit. Batting here in the fourth with his team, the Commodores 6 and the Eagles 2.
Cameron Bauer has got about 3 pitches out there that he's working with tonight.
Mm-hmm. Crafty lefty, as we call him.
We'll see if Shelby's guessing the same pitch here.
Yep.
It is not the changeup.
Nice pitch by Karen Bauer. I tell you what, that was superb.
Yeah, Shelby was looking for the fastball, and Karen Bauer gave him the slow changeup.
That was the perfect pitch for that time, wasn't it, for that particular point in the bat with Shelby looking fastball, I think, and Karen Bauer just lobbed one up there to him, and Shelby swung through it for the strikeout. 2 outs.
Blythe back up to the plate, sacrificing a walk tonight.
Nice pitch by Karen Bauer right on the outside corner.
0-1 to count, 2 out. Top of the fourth.
Karen Bauer needs to hold him in check here, not give Creek anything here in this inning. Good pitch, swing through that one, strike 2.
He kind of built his confidence up. It looks like out there on the mound, he's kind of settled in.
Mm-hmm.
Back on the mound is Buckner. Going to set up right in the middle of the plate. That pitch fouled off. They're playing, they were playing softball over there.
Yeah, that game ended about, it looks like there's still
Looks
some
like maybe
activity
a
going
JV
on over
game,
there.
maybe.
Yeah. Another game going on over there. This place is busy tonight over at Lexington Christian.
There's the 0-2. That one fouled straight back.
I mean, when I drove in, there was soccer going on over in the soccer fields. There was softball, JV baseball game. I mean, this parking lot was packed out here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that all the time, it seems like. Especially when soccer season's going on.
Yeah, with football. Mm-hmm.
They've got all the fields taken during soccer season. This one sent right over to the shortstop. And he is retired.
Good job by Blair. Jackson Blair, yep.
Jackson making it happen at short for the Eagles. We're going to go into the bottom of the fourth. Eagles trail the Commodores of Tates Creek 6-2.
White Greer Maggard, game of the week.
I am Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to White Greer and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to White Greer and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White Greer and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Eagles going to send up 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. Buckner, Karen Bauer is going to be batting in place of Henry, and then we got Morgan.
So, as you said, 4, 5, and 6 hitters. LCA need to nip away at this Creek lead. Remember, it was 2-1 going into the third, and then Creek got 5 in the top half, and then they led 6-2 right now as we head to the bottom of the fourth. So Creek needs to nip away at that 6-2 lead and score a couple here and get back in this ball game. I think Karen Bauer's done a great job coming in the last couple of innings for the Eagles pitching staff.
There's the pitch in there from Hall. That one outside corner for a strike, 0-1.
Tates Creek and Lexington Christian, big 43rd District battle here tonight at the Eagles Nest at LCA.
Buckner has made some outstanding plays behind the plate. Matter of fact, 3 diving catches for outs tonight.
He has been the defensive star, no doubt.
That pitch misses down low. That'll make the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. William Warfield alongside Gary Ball. And, Gary, always good to do games with you. There's Buckner, that's a good piece of hitting. He reached down and he was protecting the plate, but how about the single to center field there?
Yeah, it's a nice hit it off the end of the bat. Just reached out there, as you said, William, and just slashed it out over second base for a base hit. Good hitting there by Buckner, and that brings up Karen Bauer now, the pitcher in there, big left-handed hitter. He'll be up there, and he'll probably try to advance that runner down to second base in a 6-2 ball game. Creek on top.
Yeah, look from the lay the bunt down here is big lefty coming to the plate. Hobbs going to be the courtesy runner over there for LCA.
So Hobbs running for the catcher, that courtesy runner.
Hall deals to the plate.
Karen Bauer's a good size young man. You can really see him standing at the plate there now, right in front of us here at the press box, and a good size young man up there.
Probably, 6'4", maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Hall taking his time, the 1-0 pitch. That one in there inside, actually, and that's a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. I'm telling you, the umpire behind the plate tonight is hard to judge whether he's calling balls.
He's not helping us much up here in the box, is he?
There's the pitch, swing and a miss.
I don't think he really cares.
I've seen him where he called a foul ball that time. 2 balls and a strike.
I mean, if he helps us or not is what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Turning the fire over to first. Hall, he's got a good pickoff move.
Yeah, he already picked off a young man back in the last inning with a big pickoff move.
6-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. LCA trails Tates Creek. Coach Pointer and his Commodores having a great season. Looking for their 19th win tonight.
Well, that didn't miss by much.
That one downstairs, it is a ball. 3-1 the count.
Evan Hall wanted to know where that pitch was. I don't think the home plate umpire cared to tell him.
9:04 p.m. Easter time. I understand we got some folks out in Arizona tuning in tonight.
Yeah, the Coops, I believe.
There's a shot out to center
that may
field.
drop.
Yeah, that's going to be trouble. We have runners on first and second. Whew.
Yeah, the throw would have had him. That would have had him, but it got away from the second baseman. They're covering Sailing covering second. If he catches that ball, that's the first down. But now you got runners at first and second. That's going to be a bloop hit there by Karen Bauer. He says, hey, I'm coming up for a swing. What are you talking about bunting him over? So you got runners at first and second now, possibly a good inning brewing here for the LCA Eagles, trailing 6-2 here. And now strolling up there will be
Payne going to step up to the plate. Or actually, I'm sorry, Payne the courtesy runner, and this is going to be Morgan.
Morgan, number 3. So runners at first and second.
Blake Morgan. Pitching there for a strike outside corner. Yeah, Payne over at first doing a little courtesy running right now.
Morgan back in the second. Williams singled and scored a run.
Yeah, he had that big base hit.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch. This one might be trouble too. It's hit over to the left fielder. That's Bierman. He got a good jump on the ball, and runners will stay at first and second for the Eagles. There's a long fly out there.
That ball was hit well, though. It was just hit. Bierman had him placed perfectly out there in left field. Didn't really have to move at all, just a little bit off to his left. And so Morgan gave it a good little ride, but still that's one out. That brings up now Chase Galloway.
Yep, Galloway. And Galloway had a base hit RBI his last at bat too for LCA.
Left-handed hitter.
He's in that spot again. He can get a run home with a single here. That one in there for a strike. Hall facing him for the second time tonight.
Hitting has been a premium for LCA. They have not been a great hitting team up to this point, but there's still a lot of season left.
Here's the pitch by Hall. Evan Hall for Tates Creek, 5-1 on the season. 1.02 ERA. Giving up 2 runs here tonight. So ERA will go up just a little bit tonight. LCA wants it to go up a little bit more. The pitch. That one was fighted off there. I guess fought off would be the correct way to say that. He fought that one off. 0-2. One out, bottom of the fourth. Galloway, coach's son at the plate. Looks at that pitch outside. That's
one thing about a coach's son like Chase Galloway too. You know the game of baseball. When your father's been coaching and has coached state championships like Keith has, you know the game of baseball, and that's a big asset for this young man at the dish.
Been around a lot of baseball games. That pitch inside, and that was a tough pitch to take right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Showing a good eye, though. And like you said, that was a tough one to take, but Galloway just ready to go here now. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out, runners at first and second.
That's totally putting the decision out of your hands there. Lucky the umpire agreed with him. There's a shot down first base, and the first baseman picks it up, throws a second, and that one gets away. That's going to score a run for the Eagles. And so the 3rd run of the ball game for LCA crosses the plate. Lambert tried to throw over to Coop at second, but just over Coop's head a little bit. I think Coop got a glove on it.
Yeah, courtesy runner Hobbs came in to score. You're right. You know, that was a tailor-made double play ball hit to the first base. He just threw it into left field for some reason, but of course Christian will take it 6-3 now. Still only 1 out, and LCA pecking away here at this lead by Tates Creek. If they get another timely hit here, they're right back in it.
Well, Woodward hit a triple his last at bat for an RBI. Remember that one. Here we go again. Woodward was able to just kind of smoked the ball out there in straightaway center field over Shelby's head last at bat.
He's playing a little bit deeper right now, if you've noticed.
He's playing out there. What was it here in center field at 372? That pitch.
Hard to tell. They're real small numbers. I don't have my binoculars with me, so
I want to say it's 372.
Sounds about right. You know, it's been a while since I've done a baseball game over at Lexington Christian, to be quite honest with you.
Well, they redid the field in the off season too, so
Yeah.
I don't know if that made anything change, but beautiful field here at LCA. There's the pitch.
I remember I did do the district tournament the last time it was here. I covered that. That's been a few years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say that's last time LCA beat Tates Creek in the playoffs was here.
Mm-hmm. They upset, Trevor Gott wasn't able to go for Creek, I think.
Yeah.
The pitcher went on to Kentucky's now in the major leagues.
Gott, yeah. Pitch inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Had a little off the field.
He's playing for the Nationals.
As I recall, he had a little off the field episode the night before the game. But
you know, he's on the 40-man roster, but I believe they sent him down to Syracuse, but he's back now.
He's back up.
Yeah, he's back up.
Trevor can bring it now. He can throw mid-90s.
2 balls, 2 strikes. A pitch outside, and the count will go full. Trevor, he's definitely one of those guys that they like to go to, you know, in relief a lot. And,
it's amazing the amount of kids that come out of this area to end up playing in the major leagues, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ben Revere right now, he's with the Nationals.
I mean, yeah, and front office too. Sometimes you got some front office.
Yeah,
guys
you got
that
your Cashman with the Yankees.
Yeah.
Bases loaded now. That was a good at bat there.
That was
for Lexington Christian for Mr. Woodward, wasn't it?
Yep, and that's going to bring up Dalton to the plate now. Dalton walked his last at bat too, so. See what he can do here. He's got a good eye at the plate.
Here comes the brain trust for the Commodores out of the dugout.
We're going to have some changes here, it looks like, so we're going to get that and let you guys know. In fact, the guy standing next to me here to my right, I believe he knows what's going on, so we'll get that information real quick, Gary.
We're here on White Greer and Maggard, the high school baseball game of the week with William Warfield, Gary Ball. Looks like we might have a pitching change coming, but Hall may have talked himself back in the game. I think Hall talked his way back in there. He said, "No, Coach, I still got it. I haven't lost it. Let me keep the baseball." And Hall talked his way back in the game there, I think, because I think there's no doubt he came out there ready to pull him.
Yeah.
So bases loaded, and let's see if the bottom of the order.
He just wanted to talk with him, I think.
I don't know. The pitcher was acting like, "Hey, I'm coming out of here," when the coach was walking out there, but he talked his way back in the game, I think.
We do got confirmation on how big the field is, but this ball fouled straight back.
Right over our heads here in the press box.
Nobody got changed out there except for a pinch runner. Cooper Will's out there pinch running now.
Is he at first?
He's at second.
Who's at first? Oh, that's an Abbott and Costello comedy routine. Got you. Okay, sorry. Trying to be funny.
Here's the delivery. That one in there for a strike.
Yeah, and I think Dalton knew that too. He just reacted like, "Man, that's a strike. I should have swung at that pitch." He's behind now with 1 out here. Bases juiced. A run in at 6-3. A base hit here would really make things tight here for LCA, wouldn't it?
Big pitch from Hall. Swing and a miss. But that's going to bring up Stuckey to the plate. Back to the top of the lineup for the Eagles. And Stuckey could tie this one up with one swing of the bat here.
Home plate umpire talking to the batter, Dalton, trying to pep him up a little bit there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Dalton got a little upset for not being able to hit the baseball there, but just emotions taking over. You're talking about a big rival here, big rivalry game.
Stuckey singled his last time up. Bases loaded.
Stuckey's flied out in a base hit tonight.
Shelby playing deep out in center field, so anything up the middle should score a couple.
Well, wind's blowing out straightaway center again. Stuckey's got the power to put one out.
As we mentioned, this LCA team has not hit a home run this season.
Only one to count here at the plate to Ryan Stuckey.
There's always a first time, though, isn't there? When well, there is when you don't have any.
No time like the present, right?
Well, give them a nice 7-6 lead.
The pitch outside.
Just missed.
Just off the plate. 1-1 to count.
Stuckey flew out to center field his first time up. Singled in the third, 1 for 2 here, but batting in a critical point. Bases loaded here, 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. 6-3 ball game. Tates Creek on top.
They pitch upstairs, a ball there. Not giving Stuckey anything good to look at.
But he's also getting to the point where he's going to have to groove one in there, and Stuckey knows that. If he goes 3-1, that's going to be a good ball for Stuckey to drive. This might be a good ball right here for Mr. Stuckey to drive because he does not want to go to 3-1 with the bases loaded.
Hall, big pitch coming up. Evan Hall for Tates Creek. Fastball misses inside, and that will take it 3-1. So Stuckey's got the green light here, I'm sure.
Absolutely. If he could, like you said, William, get one to a gap here, he could clear these bases. And Stuckey runs well, runs very well. He's fast. Like you mentioned on the football team, quarterback.
It's a big pitch. That one in there for a strike. Stuckey thought it was a ball. He was on his way to first.
Must have got right at the knees. Of course, that's that strike zone. A lot of people don't know. It's from knees to letter high. That was right at the knees.
Biggest pitch of the night for Evan Hall, even though his team leads right now 6-2. That one a ball, and that's going to walk in a run.
It's 6-4 now. Well, good job by Stuckey there to draw that base on balls, get that RBI.
Or excuse me, 6-4, excuse me. I said 2, I meant 3, and now it's 6-4.
Runners, bases still loaded. 2 runs in for LCA, 2 outs here in the fourth, 6-4 ball game. And boy, how would you, if you're an LCA fan, you're saying, come on, Jackson Blair, big 2-out hit here, tie this thing up possibly.
Blair in there from the right side. That pitch outside, good stop out there by Burgess. Under the lights here at Lexington Christian Academy.
Yep, night baseball, you got to love it.
6-4 our score. Eagles threatening here. That ball, what a save there by the Coop.
Coop made an unbelievable grab. If he doesn't make that grab, you got a run scoring, you got a run advancing to third possibly, even though Shelby's quick out there in center field. But what a play by Coop at short to snag that baseball on that throw that bounced to him.
Yeah, we would have been 6-5 for sure if Coop didn't get that glove up.
What a play. Now we know why he's going to play at Hanover next year, don't we?
6-4 our score. LCA with their best chance, their best opportunity right now. That pitch outside, 1-1 to count, or 2-0 to count, excuse me, 2-0.
High definition tonight, the White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week. With William Moorfield, I'm Gary Ball. Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast here from Lexington Christian.
Shooting through the door tonight because we were scared about the rain. That ball struck well, but it's a high fly ball, and Shelby comes in and he drops it. That's going to tie us up.
2-run score. Shelby lost it in the lights, or either that or Bierman kind of chased him off of it. That's normally a great outfielder out there. Bierman walking back to left like I'm not sure if Bierman was calling him off or what, but he just dropped the baseball and 2-run scored, folks. And just like that, we're tied at 6.
Eagles, all the confidence in the world now, and that's the second ball tonight that Shelby's just kind of misjudged out there. And both of them cost them runs.
6-6. Shelby, the center fielder, uncharacteristically misplacing that ball. It was hit more toward, I thought that was more Bierman's ball out there, didn't you, William?
That ball was hit way, way high. I mean, that was a rainbow up there.
Yeah. I think they might have lost it. It might have got so far up above the lights they lost it coming down or either going up.
Very possible. And, of course, again, we go back to the wind. The wind might be a little bit stronger up high, but Coach going to come out here and talk with his whole infield here.
We're tied at 6 here at the Eagles Nest, the White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week.
Well, if you're Stevens here at the plate, what are you thinking? I mean, what do you do here with runners there?
Well, first base is open, so he may be thinking they're going to be pitching very cautiously to him. But with
then you got Buckner, cleanup hitter.
4 runs already in. Of course, 2 aided by that misplayed ball out in left center field that scored 2. So LCA is tied it at 6 here against Tates Creek, one of the top teams. We're going to have a new pitcher. That's what we're going to have. New pitcher comes into the ball game, and we'll step out and come back and tell you about the new pitcher for Tates Creek. We're tied at 6, and LCA batting bottom of the 4th, runners at second and third, 2 outs. We'll come back, tell you about the new pitcher on the White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's is a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Well, we return here to Lexington Christian Academy where we're all tied up here in the bottom of the 4th. Caleb Neal going to be the new pitcher there for LCA, and Gary's 3-1 on the season. ERA-wise, he's got a 0.58 ERA.
It's pretty strong. Obviously, he's one of their closers. Coming in here, though, on the bottom of the 4th because 4 runs have come in for the Eagles to tie it at 6. And they still have runners at second and third, and a dangerous hitter coming up to the dish for Coach Galloway and Lexington Christian. So in relief, as Williams said, it'll be Caleb Neal, 3-1 record, right-hander for Coach Pointer and Tates Creek.
Well, here we go. Stevens going to step up to the plate. Big opportunity for him. You got runners on second and on third. First base is open. Should Tates Creek want to
And Tyler hit the
take an
ball
opportunity.
very hard his last time up, but hit it right to the shortstop, but hit it on the nail.
Ooh, this guy's throwing some heat. That pitch misses, however. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 down. They're tied up 6-all. This could be a big program win for LCA if they were able to come back.
Could be a signature win for this season against the team that's got the most wins in the region.
Yep.
Commodores with 18 wins coming in.
That seems to follow us around, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's like,
yeah, we usually when you and I are on the mic together, we get some big wins.
yeah.
But,
The only really blowout this year was the Catholic Dunbar game, that 11-1 game.
yeah.
East and West was a spectacular game, 2-1 in extras.
Well, I had East Jessamine over Lexington Catholic earlier in the season too.
That's right. You'll have Legends baseball tomorrow. If you watch a Legends game, well, this man to my right is the one that makes those games look so well, so good.
See,
high definition, right?
Yep, it's all high def.
And Legends, how are they doing this year? You always update me on the Legends.
They, they're a 500 team right now.
Yeah.
But, they got so many good young prospects out there. It's very worth your while getting out there and checking out the ballpark.
He walked Stevens, so bases loaded.
Thing about Class A, I think, Gary, is those guys don't play with each other. They haven't played with each other very long, and they're just all trying to make it.
Trying to get used to each other, as you say.
Hard
when
being
you have
a team.
Yeah, when you haven't, you don't have that chemistry yet, But I got to get out to a Legends game, and of course, that's a beautiful ballpark. The KHSAA State Baseball Championships are always out there since about 2001. They'll be out there again this year.
The West Jessamine flag proudly hanging out there.
Yeah, that's impressive. They were impressive last year in that state tournament. That was one of the most impressive offensive teams I've seen in that state tournament in a long time.
Oh, yeah,
ever.
That was
possibly ever.
record. Yeah.
48 runs they scored in that state tournament.
Jody Hamilton will be talking about that for the rest of his life.
Yep. It's good to see.
County will.
Good to see Jody a couple weeks ago when you and I did that East-West game. Got to interview him after the game. What a class guy. What a great coach. What a great man. What a story. Won it at Boyd County. Won it at West, and just really loved by all his teammates and former teammates. I'm a big Jody Hamilton fan, and I know you are too, William.
Yeah, I remember. I was just breaking into broadcast
to the biz.
Yeah, they were playing up there in the state tournament. There's a shot. Second baseman has it, throws over to second in time. Though. Coop, another nice play there at second. Hey, but yeah, I tried to break the story of Jody going to Dunbar one year. First year we started doing this, I thought for sure Jody was going to go to Dunbar.
Mm-hmm.
It was the year that remember Mickey was over at Dunbar, and I don't know if you remember what all happened with that, nor do we care these days, but I thought for sure Jody was going to go over there and replace Mickey. So
yeah.
I was trying to break the story.
Yeah. 6-6 here, and we move on to the fifth. And it's Lexington Christian, but they tied it up, William, in the bottom of the fourth with those 4 runs.
Yep.
They got 3 hits. They left the bases loaded. We go to the fifth, and I'll give you inning 5. William will come back with a call of inning number 6 as we do our best Marty and Joe impression here on the high school game of the week. I tell you what, I love me some Joe Nuxall. He was, when he did the Reds baseball, he just made it so entertaining. There's just nobody like Joe Nuxall anymore. I know Marty Brenneman's a great Hall of Fame play-by-play guy, but to me, the color guy in baseball makes it, and Joe Nuxall just made it for me. And
yeah.
I know, the old lefty rounding third, heading for home, but just the way he brought color to those Reds games, even when they were having down years like they're having one again this year, which is no mystery.
Hard to watch.
Yeah, they are hard to watch. What are they at the worst record in baseball right now? At least if they don't have the worst, it's next to worst. But they're a team that I don't know about the Reds. It's a mystery team to me. I mean, you got a manager that nobody seems to like, and doesn't have any experience, but yet you got a young team, and you keep trading off all your good players. I don't still understand why they got rid of Todd Frazier. What was that all about?
I don't know.
I mean, they do crazy stuff. It doesn't make any sense in baseball.
Yeah, Cincinnati's such a small market though too, so they don't have a lot of money.
Well, then you shouldn't buy the team.
I mean, they always got good attendance at their games.
Yep.
Especially when the Cubs are in town.
Cooper Wills has moved in to play third base for LCA, so Cooper Wills in there at third. And leading off, it'll be Spencer Coop. And, boy, it doesn't always happen like this. Had you make a great play in the field. And that was a nice play. He made it short. Yep. That flip over to second, that was a nice play with the bases loaded.
Speaking of flip, Mills is playing first base for LCA. Wills is playing third. So all you do is flip that M or the W, the other way, and there you go. So
Galloway just left the ball game, huh?
Kind of like the WWE Championship belt.
You love
spinner belt.
Yeah. We're in the fifth, and as we said, Mark Carmen Bauer, and that ball is pulled foul down toward third, out of play. So behind on the count is Spencer Coop with the Jackson Bierman in the on-deck circle for Larry Pointer. And we are tied now at 6-all, but it was a great opportunity for the Eagles to get the lead in the bottom half of that fourth inning, William, with the bases juiced.
Yeah, that was a big-time inning there for the Eagles.
6-6 score here in the fifth. Gary Ball, William Moorfield. Here's the Karen Bauer pitch, and that's going to just miss high to Spencer Coop. He grounded to third and to first.
Can you imagine if that throw at third that ended up getting the big guy out there in right field that plays for right field for Ransdale? Yeah, that's who it is.
Mm-hmm.
For Tates Creek. Can you imagine if that throw was just like 2 seconds earlier?
You're right.
Maybe not even 2 seconds, 1 second earlier. Then,
1 ball and 1 strike to Coop. The young man, as we said, going to Hanover University, and he hits that one out toward right field. And going back on it, the second baseman, and Dalton makes the grab in short right field off the bat of Coop. 1 out here in the top half of the fifth inning as the leadoff hitter, Coop, pops up to second base just out in shallow right field. And there's 1 out, and that brings up Jackson Bierman. He singled in the first and popped up to the first baseman in the third, 1 for 2, Bierman. And that was a critical point in the game, too, because weren't the bases juiced when he popped up?
They were. Yep, that was a big timeout.
Bierman, who is one of the top receivers on that Antoine Sims and Jonathan Hawk's football team at Tates Creek.
He popped up to the catcher, too.
Yeah, to the catcher. Hits that one out toward right. That's hit well out toward right. That might be a gapper. And it is Bierman who runs well, is rounding first. Ball gets into the gap, picked up by the center fielder. He's rounding second, coming to third. He'll go in with a stand-up triple off the bat of Jackson Bierman. Did we say he could run?
Yeah, well, we found that out just now, the triple out there. But, yeah, that was a gapper in between, right center field. And just hit the ball very well. Kept his hands level and swung through it.
So Bierman triples to deep right center field. He's standing at third, one out. And that brings up Parker Seeland, the second baseman. Got an RBI in the third. Popped up in the first inning to the catcher. 6-6 ball game, but Bierman down at third trying to give the lead back to Creek with one out here. Creek batting in the top of the fifth. Gary Ball, William Moorfield on the White Greer Maggard game of the week, and that ball is hit foul out behind the first base side. Well out of play.
Watch it over there.
Yep, some folks down through there. That's the umpires from the softball game making their way out of there.
So that one landed in the pond over there. We had some ducks scattered.
Of course, thanks to the folks here at Lexington Christian for all the hospitality up here in the press box. Here's the pitch, ball fouled again off the first base side. And William, for some reason, they take really good care of you out here at Lexington Christian. Do you have some type of, ongoing agreement with these folks or something? Yeah, you are their digital network, right? That's what I'm implying.
Yeah, for this year anyway. That
have you re-upped?
We got. We're.
They sure act like royalty has come out here when William Moorfield shows up.
They like us. Yep. We like them.
You cover their football, basketball, baseball, and softball, and soccer, and
all
sports,
of it. Yeah.
Ball hit out toward right field. Right fielder coming on and makes a grab. Bierman would tag, and he'll come in. Here's the throw coming in, but Bierman will come in standing up for the go-ahead run. 7-6. Nice play out there by their right fielder. And who's out there in right field? Is that Morgan out there?
Yeah, that's Morgan out there.
Okay, Morgan's still out there, but nice play by Morgan. But Bierman, who triple, does come in to give the lead back 7-6 to Creek. But I tell you what, Seeland hit that ball well.
It'd go down as an RBI for Seeland.
Yeah.
They scored a sacrifice, so got the job done.
Another good high school baseball game here on the White Greer Maggard baseball game of the week. 7-6. Bierman triple just came in on the Seeland, hit out to right field. Nice play out there by the right fielder. 7-6 now. Creek on top, and that brings up big Sam Lambert, the first baseman. Big right-handed hitter up there. Carrying by our rocks, and that pitch is high and outside.
Getting back to our relationship with LCA, we love LCA and look forward to talking with them. This summer about coming back for
next season,
next year.
Yep. Well, we enjoy doing high school sports. That's our passion. Ball high, and look forward to finishing up this baseball season. And then, of course, the Scholastic Ball Report on the WKYT-CW will be back in the fall. And look forward to some great high school football this fall. Man, I love my high school football, as you know, William.
Yeah, it's going to be a
good
season coming up.
Mike Meehan, our analyst, does a terrific – he was hit by the pitch, hit by the pitch on the leg, so that will send Lambert down to first base, hit by the pitch, or run in as –
Just going to bring up Deaton.
Yeah, Bierman tripled to right center field and came in to score on that ball hit by Seeland, but a nice catch out there by Morgan in right field and threw to the plate, but Bierman just runs so well. I want to say Jonathan told me he runs like a 4.5 40.
Well, he certainly showed it on the triple.
He did, man. He was a third in a hurry, wasn't he? I mean, he might have been thinking inside the park home run, I think, there for a moment, don't you?
Yeah, you gotta be Shelby fast for that.
Yeah. 7-6 ball game with Creek batting here in the top half of the fifth with 2 outs. Runner at first base. That's Lambert. He just was hit by the pitch, and up there now is Deaton, the DH, and he pulls it down first. Nice play down there. Who'd you say, is that Mills down there now?
That's Mills.
Mills with a nice play at first off the bat. So for Creek, they get 1 run on a couple of hits. They leave 1 man on bases. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's the Commodore 7, the Eagles 6, coming to bat here in the bottom of the fifth. We'll return on the White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week to the Eagles Nest after this timeout.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to White Greer and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to White Greer and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
We're playing some Sweet Caroline here at the ballpark.
Neil Diamond, of course, that's going back, way back for me, Neil Diamond.
That was back in your disco days.
Back in my disco days, you're right. I had the disco ball in my room and everything. My mom would say, what are you doing here? You're discoing, you know. But back in the day, as they say. But good to be here at the ballpark. As William was telling me, all the ballparks around this country, they love Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. When did that start?
It's been a thing in baseball for as long as I can ever remember. My favorite setting for it was what I was telling you during a break was the JUCO World Series.
Yeah.
If you haven't been there for that, and that should be on your bucket list. They got some great players that come through there. Bryce Harper, Kirby Puckett, just to name a couple guys. But
Karen Bauer looks at a strike on the outside corner to be Karen Bauer, Morgan, and possibly pinch hitter for Galloway. I think would be. I think Galloway was replaced at third, wasn't he? Ball hit hard out toward Shelby. Shelby on the run and makes a grab out in center field. Ball was hit well there by Karen Bauer, but Shelby that time able to coast underneath it. 1 out here in the 5th with Creek on top, 7-6.
Yeah, ball had coming off the bat, had a curve to it. It was a good play out there by Shelby to read that one well.
Yep. I'll take you to this inning. William be back with a call of inning number 6. High school baseball. Last time we did a game, we went extras, went 8 innings over at East Jessamine and West Jessamine. So typically they go 7, unless we go overtime, like the football and basketball, it's overtime. But, of course, in baseball we call it extras. 7-6 here. Creek on top, bottom of the 5th. 1 out, and at the dish now is Morgan, and he swings through that one. Got a piece of it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think our meal tonight might be downgraded to possibly Taco Bell, though, instead of Moe's or Chewy's or wherever.
Yep.
We might be closed by the time this one ends.
Swing and a miss, strike 2, yep. Let's think about baseballs. You know, we started at our first pitch was about, 7:40, 7:45? So game about 2 hours long right now. In the bottom of the 5th. Been a lot of runs in this one, 13 total. And that's going to just miss low. To Morgan, the right fielder. Boy, he made a nice grab out there but Bierman with that speed was able to come on in and score on that fly ball, wasn't he? 7-6 ball game. Creek on top. Here's the pitch from Neal. That's lofted out toward right field. Curving away, right fielder on the run. And does he make a diving grab? He does, and Fouter makes the grab out there. Good catch by Ransdale out there, showing his speed out there in right field. 2 outs.
That was a big-time catch out there by Ransdale in right field. Covered a lot of ground to get to it. Made a diving catch.
2 outs. Thanks for joining us tonight on PrepSpin, high-definition high school baseball. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics. They've got, 16 locations, I believe? 17, something like that, William?
Yeah, it's up there. They've got a new location down in Danville.
Yeah, and they're in Corbin and London as well. They're in Richmond because our good friend Julie Muntz said she used them for her son's braces.
Yep.
7-6. Here's the high breaks outside ball.
Of course, LCA and White, Greer, and Maggard got a long-standing relationship.
Yes, they do.
I know a lot of the kids here that come through LCA's been there.
It's a pitch bunted down toward third. Third was back, and the ball's going to roll, and he's going to let it roll, and it's going to stay fair. That'll be a base hit all the way. Great job there on the bunt.
Well, you heard of Angels in the outfield. That's Angels in the infield there. They're looking after the Eagles. As that one stayed in. And here's William Woodward going to step up to the plate. Cooper Wheels with that.
Great job by Cooper to put that bunt down.
Well, here's a tough guy to get out tonight. Triple and a walk in the ball game for Woodward, and he's got a good eye at the plate.
Boy, that was a CNI baseball there for Cooper Wheels on that bunt. It hung right there on that fair line on the chalk down there at third base. So runner at first, that's a tying run. That ball's going to be called strike inside corner. I'm not sure that Mr. Wood would like to call.
He's been a tough out this season. Tonight, no exception.
Bierman deep out in left field. Shelby deep out in center. Ransdale pulled around toward right. He just made a great catch earlier in this inning. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a call strike two. So Woodward way behind now. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 5th with Lexington Christian and Tates Creek battling in a 7-6 ball high school baseball game. Gary Ball, William Moore-Field.
Got us a good one tonight.
Yes, sir. Here's the pitch from Neal, and that's going to be a ball outside. Just a throwaway pitch by Caleb Neal. He knew 0-2. I might as well just see if he swings at one about a foot outside, and he elected not to.
You know, baseball is such a strange game that, no matter really how good you are on any given night, anybody could lose. Anybody could win on any given night.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball outside, so 2 balls and 2 strikes.
What I'm getting to is
there's your dinner.
That'd be great.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, I'll get it.
Thanks to the folks at the concession stand for bringing sandwiches up here to the box. And swing and a miss, strikes him out. So he strikes out a tough out tonight, and William Woodward, and that does it for LCA. No runs. They get 1 hit to leave 1 man on base. We go to the 6th, and it's Tates Creek 7, Lexington Christian 6. We'll be back on the White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week here on PrepSpin.
Good cheeseburgers tonight.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White Greer and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White Greer and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White Greer and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is
all S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
And I tell you what, that cheeseburger from the concession stand here at LCA is delicious.
Hitting the spot.
We're going to have Ransdale, Burgess, and back to the top of the lineup with Shelby all due up here in this top of the 6th inning of play here at LCA. Here's the pitch. That one in there for a strike. And Karen Bauer for LCA has, come in and done pretty decent.
And Ransdale made a nice catch in the bottom half of the 5th out in right field, going toward the foul line out there, diving. That was a beautiful catch by Drew.
1-1. That one drilled out to right field, and that's going to be over the right fielder's head. He had to cover a lot of ground, Morgan did out there, but it's going to be another triple in the ball game, it looks like, for Tates Creek. The throw coming in the 3rd, but another triple for the Commodores. That's their 3rd triple tonight.
Well, the right fielder for LCA needed to be going back on that ball. He kind of went sideways. Needed to be going back on it a little bit deeper. might have been able to make that grab, but he was kind of running toward the infield when the ball was hit. I don't know if he misplayed it or what out there, but another triple for Tates Creek as William adjusts his microphone, and another triple. That's your third for Tates Creek, third triple tonight.
Triple in the ball game for Bierman, triple for Ransdale, and who else got the other triple? Gary?
I'm having trouble seeing my sheet because there's no light on in here.
There's another triple in the ball game, but this one.
Shelby, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. That one popped up. The third baseman, Wills. But I think who got that? That was actually Blair that made the catch there. James Blair, the fine shortstop there.
Yeah,
for
he's
LCA.
a good one.
Should have been Will's ball, but Blair caught him off. Of course, the shortstop, the captain on the infield. And that'll bring up Shelby back up to the plate. So Shelby digging in. Once again, this is fourth at bat. Struck out his last at bat. Looks at that one in there for a strike. A walk, a double, and a strikeout.
3 stolen bases, by the way.
3 stolen bases. Yeah, having a great night tonight. Still looking up and down my sheet to see who had that other triple in the ball game for Tates Creek.
You mentioned Bierman, right?
Yeah, Bierman and Ransdale. I know there's been 3.
If I can get the light here, I'll figure it out for you.
1-1 the count here at the plate to Shelby. Runner on third for Tates Creek. That was the triple hit by Ransdale. He's on third. Was it? Yeah, Ransdale's got 2 triples in the ball. That's what happened. There's a laser down the third base line. Wills tried to get to it there, but that one just hit hard, and Shelby with an RBI single. And that'll score Ransdale. Ransdale's got 2 triples in the ball game.
Yep. Ransdale with 2 triples.
Man, that's a big night.
You know, in the major leagues, Doug Flynn is tied for a record. He had 3 triples in one game. Did you know that?
Is that right?
That's a major league record. Didn't know Doug was that fast, did you?
Back in the day, you know.
He was a good athlete.
He's probably listening or watching to us tonight, but
Yeah, he's probably doing a Reds game.
There's a shot down again past a diving Wills. Runners on first and second.
Either a Reds game, a Reds show. He does 2 of those. A KET. He hosts a KET program, so he's probably doing something. And he hosts a radio fishing show.
Yeah.
I think he's got 5 shows he does. And he works at Central Bank.
He's got a great dad, too, that
Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby. I haven't seen Bobby out to the Legends this year.
Yeah, was injured. Yeah. Been on the injured reserve. 8-6 now as Shelby.
Bring up Coop back up to the plate.
1 out.
Well, I was going to say, Doug in his younger years kind of remind me of that entertainer that's out in Vegas now, the Osmond guy.
Donnie Osmond?
Donnie, he kind of reminds me of him a little bit. Toss that on the second, back in time.
That was a good pickoff move by Karen Bauer.
Yeah, I was out in Vegas in November, and they had these big signs up, and Donnie Osmond, I guess, was one of him, and his sister does a show out there still. And I was like, man, that looks like Doug Flynn back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
1 out here in the top of the 6th. That pitch inside, good save there by Buckner. But, that pitch inside, and Buckner was able to get down and block it.
Well, the 43rd is going to be another great tournament this year with Lafayette, this Tates Creek team, Dunbar, Lexington Catholic, and Lexington Christian. That will be one heck of a baseball tournament.
Well, you know, the way it's set up right now, it would be Lex Cath and LCA playing in the bye game. Well, I take that back. It'd be see, LCA Lafayette would be playing in the first round, and then Lex Cath would get the bye, right?
Yes. So Creek would play Dunbar.
Yeah. So no. Yeah, Creek will play Dunbar. Yeah.
If the rankings held what they are right now, the standings.
Yeah, LCA would play Lafayette, Creek and Dunbar would play, and then Lex Cath would get the first round bye.
This batter taking a lot of time at the plate.
We're waiting here, and Buckner going through the signs. Karen Bauer.
Nobody covering.
Yeah, Karen Bauer steps back off the mound there as he was looking. They're not holding the infield, not holding the runners on at all. One out. Here in the top of the sixth. Toss back over to second base. And again, Tates Creek getting some big leads out there, but LCA really not too aggressive on holding them on.
It was a nice pickoff move a couple pitches ago by Karen Bauer.
Karen Bauer going to check the runner at first, looks back at second, delivers to the plate, and there for a strike.
Spencer Coop.
Call him Big Daddy Coop over there at Tates Creek.
I tell you, he's a good shortstop. Defensively, they're solid. I mean, tonight they've had a couple miscues out in the outfield, but normally a really good defensive team, Tates Creek.
Here's the pitch. That one down low. 3 balls and a strike. Coop is, tonight he's grounded out, flied out, and walked. Digs back in from the right side. 3-1 to count, 1 out. William Warfield, Gary Ball here at the ballpark. Lexington Christian Academy. The pitch upstairs and a walk. I'm going to bring up Bierman to the plate, Gary, and Bierman's had quite the night, too. We talked about one of those triples. He's got one of them.
Here comes Coach Galloway bouncing out of the dugout.
The Galloway watch is Galloway wants to talk with his pitcher. He brings his infield in as well. But, yes, this game.
It's been interesting.
Been interesting, yeah, absolutely.
It's 2-1 LCA, had the lead early in the innings. Then Creek jumped out 6-2, and then LCA tied it at 6, had a chance to take the lead with the bases loaded. And now Creek has chipped away back with a couple runs. They lead at 8-6 now, and they still have only 1 out and bases loaded here in the top half of the 6th inning. And apparently Coach Galloway got his point across to Karen Bauer. He's headed back to the dugout.
I think Karen Bauer is okay. He's just settled down a little bit here. LCA down by 1. They're going to get the last at bat tonight. So.
Yeah, they still got 2 more cracks at it, don't they?
Yep. They still got 6 outs to work with.
Who are the Cubs playing tonight?
Pittsburgh. Well, that cheeseburger here is good. Yeah, Cubs are on a nice little run right now. They beat Pittsburgh yesterday. Pittsburgh is a dangerous team in the Central. Them and the Cardinals. Obviously, they're not too worried about the Reds right now.
I wouldn't be. I'd be more worried about the Cardinals because they really haven't hit their stride yet, have they?
No, not at all. But, of course, the Reds were able, or not the Reds, but the Cubs were able to take Hayward from them. And got to throw over to third, and I think they said he's out.
Yeah, he was out.
Good pick-off move there.
He didn't even get back to the bag.
That might have been what that meeting was over with.
Could have been.
That was probably one of the best pick-off moves I think I've seen all season. 2 down. That pick-off move was excellent.
Shelby wasn't ready for that one.
No. That was a tough guy on the bases to get out, too. Mark Karen Bauer, obviously Shelby's one of those guys that can get drafted out of high school. Well, Karen Bauer going to have a story to talk about for forever.
A long time.
Got time called here at the plate. Big guy back in there, Bierman. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out.
A couple of triples tonight, right, for this fella?
2 triples in the ball game. Well, no, he's got 1 triple. 1 triple and a base hit.
That's right. Ransdale has a couple of them.
2.
Yeah.
And pitch in there for a strike, 1-1.
Bierman and Ransdale also play football at Creek.
Is this the Ransdale kid? The Ransdale did a play-by-play in football with us.
Bill?
Yeah.
No
It's
relation.
No relation to Bill. 1-1. This one lifted, maybe playable. Down the first base line, and the first baseman trying to get to it. Mills, and the ball came back in on the field on him a little bit there. That's still in foul territory, but not able to catch up with it.
The lights here at LCA, it's good lighting, but I think a lot of times some of these players lose that ball when it gets way up above because they're not the highest poles. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's usually what happens with the new lighting too. You know, all these lights are brand new here. You can tell by how bright they are. One ball, 2 strikes at the plate. Bierman going to have another crack at it.
Runners at first and second.
Wind still blowing out. Straightaway center.
Karen Bauer taking a long look in at his catcher here.
Yeah, he's really taking his time.
Now time's going to be called. Bierman says, "I've seen enough."
Well, there's no pitch clock in high school.
I know. They've done a good job of speeding up the game in the major leagues, I think. Don't you, William?
Yeah. Karen Bauer looking at the runners. Deals to the plate upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You don't want to give. I don't think you want to give Bierman anything.
No.
Anything good to hit.
Because he runs so well. There's 2 outs, but the way he runs, he could.
Well, you got the force out if he does get on base. If you walk him.
Mm-hmm.
Get a guy coming up that you had some good luck with tonight. Full count now.
You're watching it on PrepSpin tonight, high definition. That's our angle shot right up in the press box. Gary Ball with William Warfield. 8-6 ball game. Creek on top of LCA. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, and Jackson Bierman at the dish.
2s are wild. Well, I take that back. 3-2 is the count, but
bases loaded. Walking.
Bases is loaded. I saw a couple 2s up there, but bases are loaded.
So Bierman trots down to first, brings up Parker Silin, the second baseman. Bases loaded, 8-6. Commodores lead the Eagles here in the 6th inning. High school baseball at Lexington Christian.
Eight to 6, as Gary just mentioned. And here comes Sealand to the plate. That one foul straight back.
He had a good rip at that one. And whenever you see a player foul one straight back to the screen like that, that means that was the pitch he was looking for. He just missed it.
Yeah, just got underneath of it.
Thanks for watching tonight on PrepSpin. High definition. Tell all your friends you can go back and watch this game. William will have it up archived immediately after the game. You can watch it if you're a fan or a family member, friend, whatever. You just like high school baseball. A number of games up there online already from this year. One of the games the folks need to go watch is that East-West game, East and West Jessamine. Well, that was a great pitching duel early a few weeks back. Went into extra innings.
That was a good one.
West Jessamine's good again because of their pitching and defense. This year they're doing it totally different. Last year they did it with their sticks and their hitting. This year West is doing it the 17-5 or 18-5 right now with their pitching and their defense.
Well, they got a freshman. Well, he's a sophomore this year on that team. Cervantes. That
yes.
one popped straight back. His dad played for Seattle Mariners, by the way. Oh, what another nice play. But I tell you what, this Buckner kid is a heck of a catcher.
He's tough. He's tough back there. So great catch to end that inning. But the Commodores, they leave the bases loaded, get a run in. As we head to the bottom of the sixth, the Tates Creek Commodores leading Lexington Christian 8-6 here on PrepSpin.com. The White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week will return here to Lexington Christian after we take this timeout.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S sports. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Well, Will McClurg making his debut tonight for Lexington Christian Academy. Got to play in a JV game. That was his first appearance of the season. Now he gets into the varsity game, and we'll see what he's got. He got a big base hit in that JV game earlier.
Which was, you mentioned a combined no-hitter, correct?
Yep. To my understanding, the showman at the plate could go pretty much anywhere he wanted to in the state of Kentucky and be on the varsity team. So he chose LCA, and he's in there. And he's playing his first varsity game of his career.
Is he a freshman or sophomore?
He is. What is he? He's an 8th grader, isn't he? No, that's his younger brother. His younger brother's an 8th grader. I want to say
freshman.
Yeah, I want to say he's a freshman.
So he got the first out of this inning.
Yeah. Different level when you get up to that varsity level.
Yes, it is. I found that out myself.
They're Stuckey. We're back to the top of the lineup.
Everybody kept telling me it's going to be different at the varsity level. I didn't believe it until I got up there and played.
Yeah.
It is a totally different ball game.
The pitch, Stuckey laying down the bunt down the first base or third base line, and that one just foul.
Just rolled foul. Of course, we saw one earlier. This game just rolled right down that line and stay fair.
Yeah, this one had a little mustard on it as it was going down the line.
What did McClurg do? I kind of lost him there for a reason. Did he strike out?
He struck out, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, it's easy to, we got the cheeseburgers and the hot dogs up here now.
Got all the equipment up here.
They're taking care of us.
We'll bring us a little, something up here for the district and make us a little table or something.
It should be a lot warmer by then.
Yeah.
But I think they're talking about putting a deck out here. So
good.
We'll see.
As long as it's not raining, right? Got to worry about raining with this equipment, cameras and such. So 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike here to Stuckey.
Stuckey hits that one into the gap. That's going to get down.
Yeah, hit it right over second base. Nice hit there by Stuckey.
That one kind of stayed up a little bit, though, didn't it? I mean, it was hit hard, but it kind of got into that airstream up there, it looked like. Base hit any way it goes, though. Blair's going to step up to the plate.
I like the fight in LCA tonight. You know, they battled in this game. It was 6-2. They tied it up, bases loaded, could have taken the lead, and here they are battling here in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out. They get a base hit. They get a runner to first base and a tough hitter up there, of course, in Jackson Blair.
8-6 our score. That pitch downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on first for LCA, 1 out.
Great to be with the king of stream, William Warfield.
Throw over to first, back in time.
I don't know how you make it look so good, but you tell me it's something to do with algorithms, and I'll just go with that.
Well, it's just one camera shot tonight.
Yeah, but still, looks good.
You're talking under the hood.
I'm looking right at it here, and it looks really good. I know folks are enjoying watching that.
It was a foul out of play down the first base line. It'll make it over towards the football field.
8-6, Tates Creek on top. They're looking for their 19th win of the season. That is the most in the 11th region. Madison Central, if they win tonight, they'll win their 18th ball game, so they could tie Creek. But if Creek wins, they'll win their 19th to stay on top of the 11th region with wins.
Creek's kind of been surprising this year, too.
They have.
There's a shot out to left field. That ball going way back. He put a little charge into that one on the warning track. Caught, though. That was right up against the fence. I thought we were going to have the first there it was here this week, but there it was not.
You're right. That was a shot. Bierman caught that in back on the warning track, right up against the close to the fence out there in left center field, and where that one light bank is out there. That's 2 outs, but that ball was charged there by Blair, the shortstop. That brings up now Tyler Stevens.
There's a toss over to first again. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning of play.
Blair was trying to tie it up with that one, wasn't he?
That was pretty close. I mean, another 5 feet, that would have been out of here. There's a toss over to first, gets past the first baseman, Lambert. And into second is Stuckey.
Took a long look back at first, see where the ball went, see if he could go to third.
Got some tweets coming in here, it looks like.
So you got a runner in scoring position now for Lexington Christian on the throw over to first base. And there's 2 outs, so trying to deliver with a 2-out hit here is Tyler Stevens, the center fielder for Lexington Christian. Boy, they've had some good center fielders here at LCA, too. Just think about a guy by the name of Lucas Witt.
Yeah.
Man, he could cover a lot of ground out there in center field, couldn't he?
Yeah, he did. And he was drafted, picked up by the Dodgers, if I remember right.
Ended up playing at Kentucky.
Yeah. That went in there for a strike.
I remember seeing Lucas Witt make that one regional tournament we did. I think it was at Western Hills. He made diving catch after diving catch out there in center field in that tournament.
Sheriff's son, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yep.
Kathy Witt, the sheriff. And Elmer Witt.
Yeah.
I remember sitting up here in the box with Elmer Witt. He used to keep the either the scoreboard or something. He did something up here in the press box. Of course, I remember that old press box too. That thing was in open air. Remember?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was
They've upgraded here at LCA.
Big time. 0-2 to count here at the plate. Stevens back in there, and he
couldn't catch up to it.
Strike 3. It's a big out for Tates Creek to get, and we're going to go to the top of the 7th. Creek 3 outs to add some insurance runs. LCA going to be down to their last 3 outs. So we'll see how it goes. Hagan Mallory, we understand, is going to be the pitcher that's going to come in and try to.
Mallory's in for
Still
LCA.
in here.
So Hagan Mallory, is that who you said it was?
Yeah, Mallory.
Third pitcher for LCA. Hagan Mallory in relief for Karen Bauer.
White Greer Maggard Orthodontics, Gary, if we could just thank the title sponsor here on the network again. I want to thank them for all they do. Dr. White, you got to broadcast a basketball game with them, didn't you?
Yes, Dr. White did a basketball with me, so White Greer and Maggard. Thanks to those folks.
Terry Johnson in the house.
Mr. Johnson in the house. 8-6 ball games. We head to the 7th inning, and we got in relief. We got Mallory, Hagan Mallory in for Lexington Christian, for Karen Bauer to try to slow down this Tates Creek machine. And boy, tonight I tell you, Ransdale a couple triples. Of course, a triple off the bat of the big Jackson Bierman kid. Shelby has hit a couple of rockets tonight. He just didn't get them up in the air to launch them like he normally does with those 9 home runs. But it's been a really good high school baseball game, William. 8-6 here, and LCA and Creek battling it out here in another 43rd District battle here at Lexington Christian.
High-scoring baseball game. I'm impressed by the 2 triples Ransdale's got, and then the other triple that I say this as I'm eating my hamburger. I tell you, you guys got to get out here and get a hamburger from the concession stand. They put some kind of spice or something.
Special
I don't
sauce.
know what it is. Yeah, it's good.
8-6, and we're heading now to the 7th inning. And as we said, Hagan Mallory is in there, the right-hander for Lexington Christian, and
like shake and bake or something.
Jonathan Novice playing left field.
Leading off the top of the 7th for the Commodores, number 13, Kayleen Covington.
And Covington strolling up there for the Tates Creek Commodores, right-handed hitter, and he'll be facing Hagan Mallory here in the 7th of an 8-6 ball game. First time I think we've seen Mr. Covington tonight. Is that right, Mr. Warfield? So Covington, a right-handed hitter, and Mallory, a right-handed pitcher. And third pitcher used tonight for Lexington Christian. Mallory, the wind and the pitch to Covington. He pulls it foul down the third base side. No balls and 1 strike to Covington. And Mallory, the right-hander on the mound for the Eagles of Lexington Christian.
I got a guy who wants me to be on his show. Tweets are coming in.
Well, you're always accommodating for that.
This is about the streaming technology and stuff like that.
Right. Which you do better than anybody. 1 ball, 1 strike to Covington. Mallory's wind and the pitch here in the 7th. That's going to miss outside ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Leading off the top of the 7th, Tates Creek's Covington. On deck is Deaton. 2-1 pitch, and that misses high and tight. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Ransdale will be the third hitter in the lineup here this inning.
Three balls and 1 strike from Mallory. Here's a 3-1 to Covington, and that's going to be ball 4, just missed outside. So Covington draws the base on balls here in the 7th, leading off. Heads down to first, and that brings up Blaine Deaton, the designated hitter. Blaine Deaton, left-handed hitter, with Covington out at first. Mallory's in relief, and he has walked the first batter he's faced here in the top of the 7th. Commodores 8, Eagles 6. 43rd District baseball here at Lexington Christian Academy.
Deaton was batting .304 coming into this one.
Let's see what he does here. Blaine Deaton and Ransdale on deck, and throw to first. Close play over there, but back just in time was Covington.
Mallory showing that he's got a good pickoff move, too.
Another throw over there, and Mallory making sure that Covington does not stroll off first too far there, trying to keep him honest over there. Taking a look over there. Here's the pitch, and ball hit over second. Base hit. See what Covington, he'll be held to second as goes into first base with a base hit off the bat there of Deaton. So Deaton with a single over second base, and Covington goes to second, and Creek with runners at first and second here to start the 7th inning, and that brings up a young man who's got a couple of triples tonight, Drew Ransdale.
Triples and 2 triples and a walk.
7th inning, runners at first and second for Creek. As we said, coming in relief was Mallory. At this point in the season, trying to give pitchers some work because Karen Bauer was fairly effective, I thought. Ball inside, nearly hitting. Ransdale stepped away from it. Runners at first and second. Drew Ransdale at the plate, right-handed hitter. 2 triples tonight, as William said. Covington's at second. Deaton's at first. Here's the wind, the pitch. Ball pulled out toward the left. It's curving foul. Boy, got a hold of that one, did Ransdale, but he pulled it foul. Well foul. I'm having to look out the window here. William had a little better shot of that than me out in left field, but it did curve foul.
Yeah, that ball was struck very well.
Yes, he hit that ball well.
It left in a hurry, too, down that left field line there.
1-1 strike to Drew Ransdell. Has been one of the hitting stars tonight for the Commodores with 2 triples and up in that batting average. 8-6 ball game. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch from Mallory, and that just missed. 2 balls and 1 strike.
That was a close pitch.
Burgess on deck.
Give a shout out. Terry's up here, but he celebrated a birthday yesterday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Terry Johnson, athletic director here at LCA. 7th inning action here. Check the runner, the wind, the pitch, and swing and a miss. Good pitch, strike 2. Good pitch there by Mallory. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runners at first and second.
We still got the lights on over at Shiloh.
Yeah, they're playing late over there tonight, aren't they?
Usually in the 7th inning, they flip those lights off over here, so
yeah.
You might see them just go out, and that's tough on the batter.
Sure is.
Whoever's at the plate. See those lights go out as the pitch is delivered. So we can get it on cue.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Mallory checked the runner. Covington. 2-2 to Drew Ransdell. The wind and the pitch fouled back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes at holds, and a good rip there by Ransdell. We already saw him, of course, pull one deep, foul down the left field line.
Yeah, he's like we said, 2 triples in the ball game, and walked his first at bat, but this kid's got some power.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Ransdell. Mallory. And swing through, strike 3 as he strikes him out. Good big strikeout there of Ransdell. Has been a dangerous hitter tonight. And Hagan Mallory comes in with a big strikeout. Now he needs a big double play ball here to get out of this 7th with Creek leading 8-6. And this brings up now the catcher, Colin Burgess, for Tates Creek here in the top of the 7th. 1 out, runners at first and second. Mallory, that was a big strikeout, William.
That was huge, yeah.
So 1 out, strikeout. 7th inning is the pitch, and that's going to miss outside and low. 1 ball, no strike, excuse me.
What you got going on this week?
went up and saw my granddaughter at Kaywood yesterday. She's a honor roll. She made the honor roll. Kaywood. She's
congratulations.
And she's graduating from elementary school. They have a 5th grade graduation up there. And tomorrow night I've got a dinner to go to. Mm-hmm. Jonathan Lundy's got it's like a California wine type dinner, where they pair the wine. Going to that with Bridget, and then of course, I'm always in a marketing selling mode, as you know, Mr. Warfield.
Yes, sir.
And the ball gets away from the catcher. Covington will scamper to third, and Deaton will head down to second base. The runners at second and third now. 1 out. 2 balls and no strikes to Burgess. Seventh inning action, 8-6, and now runners at second and third for Creek with Burgess the catcher at the plate. Big strikeout of Ransdell, 1 out, but no double play ball now, William. You wouldn't think with runners advancing on that wild pitch.
No, double play probably out of the picture here.
And that ball gets here comes a runner. Covington coming to the plate to try to get him at home, and he slides in safely. It's 9-6.
Good base running.
Covington was off and running. As soon as that ball got away from the catcher, he was on it in a hurry. Deaton moved on down to third, and 3 balls and no strikes to the hitter, Burgess, with 1 out. 9-6 now, Creek.
You said that first meeting was 9-2?
9-2. Mm-hmm.
So, Tates Creek.
LCA's been right in this game. Ball 4 high and outside, so he walks Burgess. The problem with that is you get back to the top of the order to Jaron Shelby.
With runners on the corners. Burgess will have a courtesy runner come in for him. Looks like number 4, I think, is out there for Tates Creek. Is it 9, maybe?
Hard to see the numbers.
There's those lights that went out over at Shiloh just now.
5 minutes after you made the prediction. You were right on that one, William. 7th inning and a run in for Creek, and still got a runner at third base. There's a pitch and a call strike to Shelby. Runners at the corners, first and third. Shelby with 9 home runs on the season. The ball's 1 strike with 1 out. Mallory in this inning for LCA. The wind, the pitch, and that's going to be a ball way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I know the guy that hit that home run here against Tates Creek in that district tournament was Shot.
Drew Shot?
Yeah, I think it was Drew because he hit one down the line and went out, and everybody was. I think the headline the next day was a shot that sent Tates back up the creek.
Shelby fouls that one back, and another one that he feels like he just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Shelby here in the top of the 7th. High school baseball, White Greer Maggard game of the week.
Chilly out there. It's starting to see some. I'm probably going out there and meeting with Mallory right now, but some of these players where they're hot or whatever, you see the breath coming off of out there. It's starting to get that chilly.
Mm-hmm. It's probably in the 50s. I can actually check that for you. Right now it is 55 degrees.
Can you see your breath at 55?
Not usually, but
they're blowing some hot air out there.
Mm-hmm. 9-6. Tates Creek talking with Shelby and having a long talk with Shelby. I think that's Coach Coop who we met, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And they're talking it over right now is make sure that the young man's okay. But so we gotta figure out what games we're gonna do here this coming week. And
just the Herald Leader does a good job of posting our game. They had us in the Herald Leader today with this game, the Cricket Christian game. Sure did. So when can we do another game? When do we want it conflict with?
Well, I'm open. You say you got a dinner tomorrow.
Yeah, I got a commitment Wednesday night.
So we got a day game tomorrow with the Legends.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we already paid for those tickets too.
Yeah, we're gonna be. I guess we're looking at Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, sounds good to me. Sounds
be
good.
In Chicago over the weekend.
Gotta go see the Cubbies, huh?
Yes, sir.
Shelby hits 1 to third, and that should be a double play, and they'll tag the back for the double play. Good job down there for LCA off the bat as Shelby hits into a double play. That'll take us to the bottom of the 7th for Tates Creek. 1 run. They got a couple of hits, left 1 man on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and it's 9-6. Tates Creek leading Lexington Christian. We'll return here to LCA after this timeout.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to White Greer and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to White Greer and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White Greer and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's is a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Buckner.
Buckner leads off the bottom of the 7th. So the Eagles will have Buckner up there, then the pitcher, and then it will be Morgan. They are down. They need 3 to tie it, William, here in the bottom of the 7th. Tates Creek and Lexington Christian. So leading off, as we said, it will be Buckner, the catcher. Boy, he's done a great job behind the dish tonight.
Yeah, he has.
Pitch, and that pitch from Neal is high and tight.
Buckner with four diving catches tonight behind the plate.
Yep. Here's the Neal pitch. Ball hit hard out towards Shelby, and he goes back on it and makes the grab out in center field for the first out. Ball was hit pretty well there by Buckner, but it's hit right to the center field of Shelby. 1 out.
Number 7, Nathan
Alvarado. Said that right on cue, didn't we? Alvarado, right?
We're twins, right?
Yes. Alvarado batting, right-handed hitter with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th, and Creek a couple outs away from winning their 19th game of the season. Here's the Neal pitch, and that's going to be a call strike.
I think you and Coach DeForest did that during basketball season.
Yep.
We started getting Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito, and twins.
Yeah. Okay, which one was Arnold?
You were Arnold, definitely.
Thank you very much. You're talking about the guns on Lee. Lee messaged me the other day. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, so 2 outs. 2 outs, so.
Down to the last one.
Yeah, we have some terrific analysts on this network we're on PrepSpin. When you talk about Lee DeForest and Donnie Atkins and basketball, and you talk about guys like Coach Mike Meehan in football. Doesn't get much better than that.
Nope, not at all.
And yourself, and who else we use in different things?
I don't know how you do it, man. I tell everybody, talk to Gary. He's the talent guy.
It's a lot. It's fun. I mean, this game's been a really good high school baseball game. Ball's lofted toward the right side. I mean, LCA battled back, tied this game up at 6, had the bases loaded, chance to take the lead. I mean, this has been a really good. This is why we do this. I mean, high school baseball, folks sitting at home watching in high definition on a Tuesday night. Got a little shower here early in the game, but it moved out here. It's been a beautiful night for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch from Neal, and that's going to be a ball just outside. Just missed.
Come over and try out the Eagle Burger.
Yeah, exactly. Morgan, and 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs to Morgan at the plate. Neal trying to win this one for Creek. Here's the wind, the pitch, and fouled out a play off the left side. Count holds 2-2.
Ball. That might be out there in the parking lot.
As William said, if you want to watch another great high school baseball from White, Greer, and Maggard, just check the Herald Leader. Looks like it'll be next Monday or Tuesday will be our next broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 2-2 from Neal with 2 outs to Morgan, and hits it out toward right field. Ransdale coasts back and then breaks in on it. Makes the grab. Ball game's over. Creek wins it 9-6 over Lexington Christian. Final score from Lexington Christian Academy, and we'll come back and give you the final numbers from this one. The final score, 9-6. Lexington Christian falls to Tates Creek here tonight on the White Greer Maggard game. We'll come back and give you the final numbers from Tates Creek's 19th victory of the season after this timeout on the White Greer Maggard High School Baseball Game of the Week. And we're back here. The final, Tates Creek 9, Lexington Christian Academy 6, with William Warfield, Gary Ball, and the final score. And the win tonight goes to Caleb Neal. He came in relief. He got the win for Creek. They win their 19th ball game. They're 19-6. William, as you said, setting themselves up in district play with a big district win here tonight. Tates Creek, they win at 9-6. But it was a ball game that LCA battled. It was 6-2. They battled back, tied it up at 6-all. And then had the bases loaded. Couldn't get the timely hit there. Tates Creek prevails at 9-6. That is your final score, William.
Yeah, and you talk about Caleb Neal coming in, did outstanding when he did come into the ball game. Let's see what he improved his record on here on the season. Well, he's 3-1 when he came into the ball game, so I guess he'd be 4-1 now.
4-1.
And so his ERA was 0.58. I don't think he gave up any runs when he came in tonight. So
yeah, and I thought Karen Bauer did a nice job in relief for Lexington Christian. Mm-hmm. So Tates Creek wins at 9-6. We'll have another White Greer Maggard high school baseball game of the week next Monday. So check out that here on PrepSpin. And William, great working with you again. And another good high school baseball game. Tates Creek 9, LCA 6. Your final.
Congratulations to the Commodores on a great game tonight. LCA, don't hang your heads down at all. You guys played a heck of a ball game as well. Tates Creek's just a very good hitting club. But, I thought LCA played very well tonight.
Yeah, the 43rd District's going to be very, very entertaining once again here at Lexington Christian coming up here in a couple of weeks. So, again, thanks for watching the White Greer Maggard baseball game of the week tonight. For William Warfield, this is Gary Ball. Your final score, the Tates Creek Commodores improved to 19-6. LCA tonight with the loss, a very young team, but a team that's talented, and they'll be coming on strong, I'm sure, here in a couple of weeks under Coach Galloway. So 9-6, Creek wins it over LCA. Till next week, thanks for watching.